G'day, citizens. It's Execute here. Hope you guys can hear me. I'm riding solo today, obviously, because Algrid's in school. So it's just going to be me. But I thought I'd get in and fly the Perseus around and have a chat with some of you guys and see how it goes. It's going to be a little awkward because I've got things organized in a weird way, but yeah, you guys can see me. Morning, Sandig. Morning, a few others. Thorn. Michael Phelps, Rayo, nice to see you guys. All right, so I am already in game. If I cut it over here, you should be able to see this. Just give me a second. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see. And I've also got this up as well, which is, if I've got it on the right one, yes I do. So this is the behind the scenes. So I thought I might watch this first. And then we'll get into the in-game.
RSI Perseus is a big ship for big fights, but you're not quite ready for capitals yet.
I'll watch this as people come in a bit.
It's a gunship that focuses on heavy turret firepower. A gunship is a ship that's capable of engaging and targeting other ships at the same time, which provides a way for players to take control of an area and engage multiple threats simultaneously rather than having to dogfight and focus on one at a time.
So a heavy gunship is when the ship gets a little bit more bulky, gets a lot more defensive, and is designed to tackle a bit bigger force.
Some of the larger threats it's ideal for targeting would be things like constellations and that sort of size ships.
The RSI Perseus is like a classic RSI design. It's a really large, long, very menacing looking ship. We've got this pointy nose. You've got the bridge just behind the center line, so it echoes that classic warship aesthetic.
Entirely, it really feels like a solid ship, able to go into battle and well protected.
He's clearly from Montreal, that guy.
And it looks badass.
The thrusters on the rear, again, we built on what RSI is known for, with these kind of large thrusters that are out on the sails at either side.
Back when we introduced the Perseus as a concept, its role in the game was to be a sort of mirror of the Aegis Hammerhead, where the Hammerhead was designed as a heavy gunship for screening smaller fighter craft, whereas the Perseus was for engaging larger threats.
So when the Perseus was originally announced, it had size 7 weapons. As times went on and other larger ships have entered the game, we felt it didn't fit the rule well enough anymore to be size 7s. That's why it's been upgraded to size 8 weapons.
These are manned and capable of full 360 traversal, and then there's a slew of point defense turrets throughout the ship as well to provide protection against incoming missiles and torpedoes.
And they're fully interchangeable, like all the other PDTs in-game, such as the missile one that came out with the Idris K, along with the ballistic Gatling variant that's coming with the MDC in a few days.
There are also smaller size 3 remote turrets that can be controlled from the bridge.
That was a juggling act because that was not in the concept, so we had to incorporate all of those weapons together but not break the silhouette of the concept in a destructive way. So I think we maintained the silhouette generally.
Can you hear me?
But also
Yep,
added
you're
the
live.
necessary functionality to match the expected turret experience that came from Squadron. There was a lot of moving parts, pun intended, with that, where the whole turret had to literally extend when you sit in it, for the fact that the seat and the turret pivots needed
Are you
to be
streaming?
lined up on
Yes,
the
that's what I meant by I'm
y-axis.
live.
So that's why they transformed.
Well, I
when you
can't
sit
see
in,
it,
the player
so-
won't notice, but that was to actually make it so the pivots line up so you can tilt your seat. Your seat is
Yeah, now you
tilting
can
at the
see.
same angle as the turret that's next to you.
We tried 3 Perseus against the Polaris, and they did extremely well.
That is pretty.
The Polaris's major punch is the torpedo, whereas the Perseus's major punch are the guns, and the guns have no range limit. So you just go right down the throat of the Polaris, and you're pummeling it, and we destroyed it quite quickly. You can't really be stopped. But the Perseus does
Don't
have...
say it. Don't say you can't really be stopped. Because you say that, and then they're gonna nerf it 5 days later.
Please.
Okay, you can be stopped by good tactics and smartitude.
This is what I have to work with, people.
So there are multiple different ways to enter the Perseus. All of them will connect you into the cargo hold, but all come with different pros and cons. So you have the docking collar, which allows you to connect to stations. You have the personnel lift, which allows you to connect to the ship without depressurizing the cargo hold. And then you have the main lift that you can put people or vehicles on to get up to the actual ship. All of them bring you into the large cargo hold area that let you quickly navigate to the other parts of the ship.
Compared to the original concept, we've made some minor interior changes just to improve the flow throughout the ship.
Sometimes what we find is when we're tackling the ships with a large interior space, we want to make sure that the interior has all the functionality that we want, and sometimes that does
I
have
found
some
Wally.
changes.
The cargo bay, since the concept has been increased to 96 SCU, and the layout of it is pretty favourable in terms of putting vehicles in. You can put things up to, say, rover-sized vehicles in there, and this does allow you to run cargo missions, although that is not the ideal role of this ship.
In this space, we really tried to convey the strength of the ship. So one of the things that we evolved slightly from the original concept was these large structural beams. They tie the walls, the floors, the ceilings all together, and they give a little bit of a skeleton to the ship.
Also gives more cargo because the original had a bridge straight through. So now you can put cargo up into that space. I think that's why the cargo increased.
To create that aesthetic inside the ship.
They took the same geometry of the Polaris and got it right.
Yeah.
To an actual military ship. When I toured the Midway down in San Diego, and when I was visiting the Bar Citizen, I met a lot of former Navy guys, and they said, yeah, we have, you know, labels and arrows pointing every which way, so when you're in a big ship, you never get lost. I'm the one who put in the basketball hoop.
Why?
Yeah, because the concept artist had this, you know, this harebrained scheme, and hopefully the fans will make use of it. I mean, I was able to shoot hoops successfully in there.
If you turn left in the cargo area, right in front of you, you've got the torpedo loading areas. So on the lower deck, that is where you access actually loading the torpedoes in.
We changed the concept entirely. Instead of an enclosed device, it's an open bay where it's this V shape, and you can load all 20 and visibly see every single torpedo. The reasoning is versus the Polaris, where that system, you sort of load the torpedoes, but then it tucks under, and then you can't see them anymore. That interfered with the ability to unload and reload them. So that was the critical change versus the Polaris.
And then on the upper deck, that's where you have the fire control. That full section there is really kind of dedicated to just blowing things up. I think it's very atmospheric in there. It feels like you're really in the heart of this big war machine.
Just shows the benefit of time, doesn't it?
Turret access, and that gives you access to one of the
Like such little time. I mean,
yeah.
If you're in the cargo area, you turn towards the rear
they're
of the
really
ship. On the lower deck,
getting
you've
it
got
right.
the engineering area.
Well, I just hope they can go back and do it to the Polaris now too.
They have to. I mean, this is literally Polaris 2.0.
Yeah.
That's where you've got all your core important ship items that allow the ship to function. On the middle floor of the rear of the ship is where our habitation area is.
The plants.
Go on, I know you want to talk about it. Go.
No, I just don't get it. I mean, like, why? It's
In
a
the
military
future.
ship. Why?
In the future, they've got to live on it. That's why.
It's not Origin. Sorry.
No, but like it's greenery is a thing. So humans actually have there's many perks to humans living around plants. They you know, like that's why they in cities they don't just bulldoze all the trees. They have trees along the street and stuff like that. 'Cause
Really?
yeah, in a lot of places. That's why. Anyway.
No, I just I don't get the amount of plants like on the Polaris or the ship. I just don't.
Well, you better go read some psychology books then. All right, here we go.
Bunk area, typical of what you would expect on a military ship. And then off of this area, we've got a small bathroom, and then we've also got some storage for your weapons and also your armors.
Perfect.
So at the top of the ship, we've got the captain's quarters, right in the heart of operations. So they can go straight out of the captain's quarters and straight into the bridge.
And a new entrance exit airlock behind the bridge, protected by 3 doors for security for quicker EVA access.
Oh,
What do you
wow.
expect to happen on this thing?
What do I expect to happen on this thing?
That you have increased security on the
He's so cold.
They added a door behind the bridge because they got bored of getting out of the ship and taking forever. But then I pointed out you just...
So my son is ginger. I hope he doesn't turn out like him.
Sorry, I'm
Just
trying to.
ice cold.
Yeah, I'm trying to hear.
Rolled
Did you have increased security on the bridge?
They added a door behind the bridge because they got bored of getting out of the ship and taking forever. But then I pointed out you just put a weak spot right behind the bridge. So they put 3 doors. You have to breach 3 doors to get through. So it's not easy to get in, but easy to get out.
And then at the front, obviously, we've got the main flight deck.
The bridge has 3 seats, 1 gunner, 1 co-pilot, and the pilot one. It has a really nice view when you get on the pilot seat, and it slides up and forward, and you can see this giant turret in front of the ship. That's really cool.
It's very reminiscent to old battleships. You've got views all around the front half of the ship, so it's a really nice place to be. I
Wow.
think the ship's great. I think the North American team did a fantastic job of looking at what we delivered with the Polaris and taking on board some of the feedback. I know there was a lot of feedback around navigation and signage, and set a really nice standard of we've listened, and this is kind of the new and improved.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a combat-defining ship.
Yep.
We're going to see a big change in the way that people fight each other. It's a ship designed to actually put pressure on some of the larger ships if you crew them. I'm super excited to see how the Perseus and Hammerhead work together next year.
That silhouette is amazing.
Strike groups. The ship's almost designed to work in tandem with each other.
Across the board, very happy with it.
It's been quite a long-awaited concept to in-game, and I think we've massively improved upon what was originally promised, and just the styling of it is just cool.
Crap, they freaking nailed it.
Alrighty. Well, let's go have a look for ourselves, shall we? So this will be not like a regular stream. If you normally check in a normal stream, we talk a lot, we interact a lot, and we obviously answer questions, but I'm alone today, so I am not able to kind of read chat and play the game. My computer is not kind of set up for that. So I'm kind of looking at my gameplay screen, and what I'd normally look up is up there. So if you see me looking up, that's me reading chat. If you see me looking down, I do apologize. So I probably won't be interacting with you guys as much as I possibly normally would. But I brought SA along because he's a military guy, and he's going to have some insights into this that I definitely will not have. Yeah, it's definitely got that
It's so
metallic
beefy.
look.
I love it.
Yeah. Nice like metallic shades as well. From an artistic perspective, it's gone up another level beyond the Polaris. I can tell you that right now.
Before you leave the rear of it, can I point out something?
We're coming right back around, but sure. What do you want to point out?
So those like the tendrils that come off the back end. I mean, they're so thick and beefy. They look old. They no keep going back. The very end of the ship.
Yeah, I'm not going back because it's going to take too long to do a full loop. You talk about when we get back around there, then. Fine. The new lighting effects too. This is the same as what happened with the palette and all these. Whoa, shit! What the hell's the camera doing there? New lighting effects. Yeah, it's definitely not as greeblified as I thought it was going to be, and I'm really happy about that. They've definitely learned to do it a lot more subtly than what they did on the Polaris. And believe it or not, they actually do have a lot of the lines that were in the original concept that really, if you've seen the concept, yeah, I'm really happy with that. Really, 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 really happy. They're going to be selling a lot of these. I can,
I like what that thruster is.
Probably a little bit of overbleed there on that red light, but there's nothing that can't be adjusted later. Right, now what do you want to say about the thrusters? Now we're going back here again.
It's not the thrusters, it's the
engines.
The metal jutting out from the back of the ship like seems beefy finally. They're not tendrils, they're pieces of metal. Like if you look at the Polaris, it looks like there's spindrils coming off, right? Like those look like they could take a shot.
To me, they look pretty much exactly the same as the Polaris ones, but maybe I'm remembering them differently from you, but very similar to me.
You know, it could be the angles. Like everything looks a little more geometric, I guess.
But one of the things you'll notice is like the Polaris was very flat, like it was almost like the same color across everything. Like you look at this engine, you can see multiple different materials, multiple colors. Like there's that kind of bronzy gold color, there's a darker black, there's the silver, there's the breakup of all these grills and stuff. Like it's just, they're actually using the greebles correctly, but they're also using multiple materials, which is, I know it's there on the Polaris, but it's not to this level. Yeah, and then, you know, like they've even got like wear and tear and spots you can see, so I can't do it at the same time. But like the part I was trying to do up here, you can see, there you go. So there's just subtle wear and tears as well, which is really, really nice. All right, we're done a full lap. One thing I did want to talk about real quick are these bundles. I picked one up to have a look at them, but man, they have done us dirty. I know those of you that watch have probably heard me rant about the bundles before, but I'm going to talk about this really quickly because this is the worst it's ever been. There are 2 bundles. So if you want all the armor, you got to buy both of them, yet they both came with the same ship skin. They are literally taking the same fluff and put it inside multiple bundles. So you don't just get one Intrepid skin, you've got to buy the same skin twice. So they didn't even go to the effort of making a second ship skin so you at least get something different. That is the definition of what's wrong with bundling. They've gone to a new level. And it's... Why wasn't it just 2 armors for $20? Why wasn't it a skin, 2 armors? You know, or a third package again that was $30 that just has everything in one. You're forcing us to buy a skin for a ship that most of us don't own. The gun's not that great. It's probably the most generic gun in the entire game. And then, yeah, I really do not like where bundling is going. It's quite scary and sad. So, I don't know. Do you want to add anything to that essay, or you don't give a shit?
No, I mean, you're 100% right. It's been that way for, what, 3 years now?
Yeah.
About 3 years, right?
No, they've really only been doing bundles probably 2 years now. They started at the start of last year.
But I think they started probing. Like, they had, like, the ships have unique armors and skins you couldn't get separately. And, like, it's about separating things out. What do you actually want to buy, and what are they offering you?
Yeah. Lemming, you're welcome to join in, man, anytime you want.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
So I actually want to talk about the bundles.
Mm-hmm.
If a small amount of the community wants the bundles, I don't see any harm in the world with them offering the bundles. It's a different monetization.
I have no problem with them offering the suits of armor. It's the fact that they are clearly bundling them together, and I haven't seen a single bundle that I've wanted to buy where I want everything. That's the thing. They're making you buy something that you generally don't need. And let's be honest, nobody really wants to buy the guns because the guns are so easy to get in game anyway. But we really want the armor in most cases. And we, like, if you own one that comes with a spirit and you don't own a spirit, that's my problem. Like, there's no, why not make it so that you just buy the armor and you can add to it or something like that? Make it a bundled discount. There's just no option to buy them separately. That's why it pisses me off. It's clearly dry that they want, and also you got to pay war bond to get them. I've got no problem with the war bond, but it shows that they're after fresh cash. They are literally trying to milk us.
Yeah,
Alex, I think that's where he's going.
Yeah, is I don't think they're trying to milk us, but I think that a small amount of the community wants them.
Oh, I know people. I know
want
people.
both.
I know people that want them. But my point is, why can't you sell them separated and together? You're only selling them together, and because of that, like I was talking to someone earlier today, and they're literally like, "Oh, I'm going to buy both these skins," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's people like you that are, this is the first one I brought in ages, and I'm probably not going to keep it. I'm probably going to give it away or whatever, right?" But my point being is, it's just, it's like once they get their claws in, they're going to keep doing it. And if we don't kind of stand up to it, they'll just keep doing it. And it's only going to get worse, right? So once we accept one thing, they just keep moving the goalposts. And that's what I'm really worried about. I don't want to have to buy, okay, so now the new Perseus is out. Imagine it like this, because this is what happened in World of Warships, right? You couldn't just buy the Perseus. You're going to buy the Perseus, 10 skins, the armor for it, the gun, the plushie toy, and all this type of shit. And instead of it costing $200 for the ship, it costs $300. And that's what happened to a game called World of Warships. And funnily enough, Galactica used to work there. And I think it's maybe one of the reasons she left, because she left just before this shit came in. Like, literally just before it happened. And they lost a shit ton of players, right? And again, it's that whole thing I was talking about last stream where you do right by us, we'll do right by you. It just leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. Like, you're not talking a small amount of money either. Like, at $20 to $22, like, there are indie games out there. You can get an entire game. There are skins that come out for other games where the entire skin's only $10. $22 is a lot for just a suit of armor and a skin.
But X, I think we all agree. I mean, I think the three of us do agree that they should separate it out, give you the option to buy it as a pack or not. I think that's what Lemming was trying to sort of say. Lemming, I don't want to speak for you, but like,
I'll let him finish.
Generally agreed.
I'll let him
to
finish.
Get separate pieces.
Let me speak for yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, I can see it both ways. I think I just don't care enough. Like, I think if anything, it's teaching people like
I've seen this slippery slope before. That's what I'm worried about, right? Once you give them an inch, they take a mile, and that's what I'm worried about. It's not this necessarily. It's what it means in the future, and that's what I'm worried about. And again, all right, cool. If I'm being a dramatist, I'll shut up about it then. But
no, I don't think I didn't say that, did I?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, this star cloth is nothing to write home about yet, because like it looks just completely intersex with each other. I thought it was meant to be all layered and shit. It don't do shit. Just come on, with rookie numbers, get it up. Look. Like, see this because you got the cloth underneath for the things at the back, and they just cut right through the cloth. All right. Maybe it's not there yet.
I think that's waiting for the engine build that they clearly haven't taken yet.
Probably. Yeah, well, again,
planned for the end of the year.
Well, actually, it's funny you mention that, because I've got stuff to show on that too. Hold on.
I said it because I didn't think that we were getting a patch next month. I thought they said no patch in December.
I thought it was really obvious to me. So if you go into the release view, they have updated to a 4.5. And it says Q4 2025, so that's literally next month. And you go through all the things that are in here, and I'm not going to go through and open every single thing, but it literally is the engineering patch. And I was pretty sure that's what they were aiming for. And if you were in the tech preview, it was really, really stable. The last time they put it to as soon as it went to wave 1, I was like, "Oh, it's coming next month." So yeah. You got that to look forward to. I think that was the aim, personally.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, so
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah. All right. Enough of the ramble and that, but let's get into the Perseus, I guess. And
I wasn't talking yet when you were doing that tour. Oh my God, this ship is beautiful.
It's amazing.
Do you boys want to get in and join me? Like, come in game,
please.
I'm
gonna try. I'm still patching. Like, it's really slow right now.
I think we should try and get a couple of people in. Are those boys that were in the Discord earlier still there, or did they all leave? They all left. Okay. Well, look, if there's if a couple want to come in and join us, I know Lemming can help you get in here. Lemming, if you want to find some people in chat that you know or think would be appropriate, I'll leave that to your more than capable hands. Would you be able to do that for me, or is that too much time?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I'll watch chat. I won't be loading into the game right now because
Oh, you're at work? No, that's a fine.
I'm still working, so I don't want to. Yeah.
So what are we gonna need? We're gonna need at least one person to fly. We're gonna need 2 gunners. Yeah, so we probably really need 3 people, basically.
So one thing that I found interesting, and I was actually watching the video for this, they did not show that bottom turret at all. I think its angles are going to be awful.
They did once.
They are really bad. They're really bad. They are incredibly bad. It's the like drop down classic constellation lower turret.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you can see it here. It's kind of packed up in a way.
They need to do the spinning turret thing they did with the Redeemer originally. Yeah, they need that back.
Yeah. How do you think it would have been if they
have shots?
What do you think they would have been if they'd put both the turrets on top?
Horrible.
Horrible.
It would have been it would have been an opposite A2. Like
it would be
has
so
all the
slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in front of you, Lemon, but like, yeah, it'd have been so slow it just could not rotate for the shot.
Hang on.
It would need a hammerhead with it on its butt all the time.
I just noticed something. Hang on. That said fuel port, but the fuel port is actually connected to the elevator. Look.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's really smart.
Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It makes a lot of sense.
Incredible amount of sense.
Wow, and it automatically opens and everything. Oh wow, that's cool. Reminds me of
it's
R2D2
mid-body height. That
R2D2 port.
Well, no, they're standardizing it. They are finally standardizing these type of mechanics, the visual mechanics.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I like that. All right. Get in.
You know, I would imagine this is going to lead to larger ships having that exact same feature on landing gear, not just ramps.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
God, this is,
as I said in the video,
it's so well done, and I can't stand it.
Okay, so as I said in the video, it originally was meant to have a bridge across the center, but you can kind of see why they've done it around the outside now, because you obviously can put more cargo in, and also it gives you those cool struts that Ben was talking about too, giving you that older feel of needing structural reinforcement. I do like that.
What's so sad is that people are still going to find fault with this, and it just looks so good.
Oh, I mean, I can find a ton of fault with it, but like, this is the best ship they've ever done.
Visually, it's the best, but we've got to look at the function too. That's going to be the other part, like sitting here and.
All right, so look where you're looking at right now. The yellow lines going across, like that's a visual that we only really got with loading inside of a hangar.
Yeah.
And they've nailed it.
Did you see that little?
And the folding up sides.
Yeah. Did you see? Look, watch it again. It unfolds, and the lights turn on. That's such a nice little detail. I want that in the real hangars now. I want that.
Look at the curve. Look at the curve at the corner of that. Like how that graphic curves. Like it seems natural. There's no weird part about it.
Yeah. And watch the lights too.
Somebody in YouTube is asking what the crew complement is. The crew complement, according to the website, is 5.
It's 7.
Oh, I thought it said 5.
We'll find out. We'll go.
There's 6 bunks and 1 captain's.
Stop
arguing. Oh, sorry.
We'll just go up and check the beds. It's fine. So that's obviously the bottom turret. You're gonna have to go up to the mid deck to get to the top turret.
That's the top turret. It should be.
That's the lower one over there. It literally says lower turret on the door.
Oh damn! Got the ship turned around.
All right, now we go to the.
I got turned around too, so. Yeah. Which is why it's even more important that they put signage up, which they did.
Yeah.
Dude.
Engineering, a lot smaller than the Polaris, but so we have 6 bunks plus the captain is 7. So SA was correct. It is 7. Call it.
Oh, with 1 shorelet.
Yep.
Awesome. Real military.
Right,
So this is the
there's-
only complaint I have about this ship.
Mm-hmm.
Only complaint. The armory and the suit locker should go before the quarters. Because why? If you're getting up in the middle of the night and you have to armor, like you don't want to run back and then run back. But like it's such a minor detail.
So you're essentially saying just flip these two rooms around, but then I don't think they can do that because of space. I think that's why they've done it that way.
Exactly. It's just, I mean,
Yeah.
they could have done it if they did it in the original design concept, but it's not necessary.
Hmm.
It's not a combat ship for like, close quarters combat.
Still wish they had the fold away tables, like from the.
I don't. You like those?
The Polaris concept, I really wanted them. I just thought it was really cool how it transformed from like a mess hall to well, look at it this way. Can you imagine if it had two tables and then one of them converted into a pool table? Like that would have been cooler, like reusing the space, but now it's two separate areas. And again, I don't know, I just like it sounds so weird, but just the cool, I just like the cool factor of it, how it transformed. I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, for me, I want like a little movie station and like a pool table, like the two. So I feel like they have too much space used for just random stuff, but
I like.
Yeah, that station's amazing. I don't know what food it can make, but it can make a lot of food.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Like it almost looks like a fridge server area as well. I don't know. I like this. One of the better.
Like a beer chiller right there.
Yeah, it's like one of the better living quarters.
It's got like a bottle chiller. Yeah.
All right. Doesn't work yet. Okay. So I think most of the components are going to be back in here. Size 3s.
So the one thing I do like about the ship is that it has a ton of components inside of the cargo area.
Wait a minute.
The larger ones are there, which makes a ton of sense.
What the hell? The jump drive's on the bottom of the quantum drive. There's a first. Usually the jump drives connect on the top. I might be because it's size 3 though. Oh, that's interesting. Obviously, how do you guys feel about there being no doors? Is it just because
I love it?
It's a bit different, isn't it? We're used to always coming up and going, oh, click.
Now, why would you need a door?
Yeah, I think the door is on the room. So
Yeah.
if you have access to the room, then you have access to the stuff inside.
Does this mean we're getting RSI
And the
vacuum?
batteries and stuff in the.
Does this mean we're getting an
Sorry, go ahead.
RSI vacuum cleaner? It's kind of what it looks. Looks like a little Roomba, doesn't it? You know. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead, Essay.
No, so the components that are in the cargo bay have doors. So I like this different aesthetic. Like I think Lemming nailed it. Like you walk into the area, it's all components. You don't need a door for it.
Yeah.
Like it's all shielded.
But look at all the little detailings, like just the little panels that stick out and stuff. Like all in the Polaris, these are all just flat panels. Like they've just taken everything
So
out of a detail notch.
I'd like the flat panels more, but like I think the overall design of the ship nails it. So look at those component doors below you, like the torpedo door. The other side is the battery door. Like it feels more utilitarian. The ship feels like it should feel.
Where's these doors you're talking about?
It feels old, is what it does.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see these doors
No.
you're talking about, man.
Go downstairs.
That's the docks. They're the air docks, dude.
No, go downstairs.
Where?
Turn that way. Go.
It's
Sorry, not that way.
literally says
Turn around.
torpedo.
Other side.
That's
There.
that's a docking door, and that's a docking door. There is no components
That's
in this
not what
room.
I'm talking about. It might be upstairs. Actually,
You keep saying there are components
yeah.
in the
Actually, go
cargo
up that
bay.
ladder right there. Go up the
no,
ladder.
There's no components in the
Back.
cargo.
Other ladder. Other ladder.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to the
Other
same
corner.
place. Doesn't matter. It's the same place. Look, none.
All right. Turn right. Turn right. Turn right.
And
No,
none.
Back.
That's the engineering
back.
all the way up
No,
there.
Other way. Other way. Take a right. No. Take a right. Take a right. Keep going to the right. There you go. There you go.
That's the coolers, and this will be a cooler as well.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I
a
like
power
the more
supply.
utilitarian.
That's a power plant, that one.
Exactly.
I will say
Like
that
a major component that can be loaded inside the cargo bay. I love it.
I will say that the fuses seem to make much more sense on this ship rather than just a fuse box. Like that was a fuse box right by the power plant. I mean,
Yeah.
that almost makes sense.
Makes me think there must be if there's 2 down here, that means there has to be 4 at near the cockpit at least. But then
There are
there's 7,
4 in the row.
and then there's 7 through. Wait, hang on, that doesn't add up.
The captain has one in the cock. Oh, sorry, I'm giving away secrets. I'm sorry.
So, so somebody in chat asked about the basketball court. Can you go back to that last room and turn on the basketball court?
Yep. Good idea.
I didn't even know. This is amazing. If it's real,
I think it's back
on the other
back
side.
on the other side.
Oh, right here.
Does it work?
Nope. Okay, so that opens it, but I think it's
No,
on
no.
the. I think it's on the exact opposite side over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll just
No, that's the cargo deck.
say.
I'm along for the ride, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's right there.
You reckon it's that?
Yeah, it's that. Yep, there it is.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait. Why isn't it on this side? It's exactly the same switch. Or is it? No, it is.
No.
It's not. It's
Yeah,
only
I mean,
on
it's the
that one.
same thing.
That is so cool.
It's weird.
I think they gave up on Ball. I do.
Would have been kind of cool to have 2 of them, but again, you can only get room for half court, don't you?
No, half court, baby, half court.
Okay.
That is. I mean, are all the mechanics in for it? Basketball?
I mean,
I've never seen it before in the game.
Apparently,
I mean, the guy said.
Yeah.
I mean, like you've been able to throw stuff for a while, so there's no reason why you couldn't throw a ball, I guess.
Yeah, but you throw shit like you're freaking. I can't.
Yeah,
use
like a
the
baseball.
words.
Is that the lower one or the upper one?
That's the upper one. It lets you just
Okay.
turret.
Can you load into a turret? Like the
Battery.
loading mechanism here is very unique and a little different from the Javelin, but like it feels like a pre-Javelin loading mechanism.
1 size 3. Ah, look, they were planning for a second size 3, but they pivoted. Right, that's interesting. So this is how they kind of fill up a second. Oh no, maybe it was always a 1 size 3 because it's the same size as the battery. Interesting. Oh no, we'll find out in time, I guess.
Or maybe they're preparing for a laser version of the weapon.
Well, maybe you're
And
on crack.
there's,
I don't know.
and there's a fuse box in there with the power. I'm sorry, with the shield
Oh
generator.
yeah, we're gonna get a laser version of this like ship. Can you imagine how many would sell?
Paradigm.
Yeah, I freaking love this. Horrible visuals.
It won't let me power it
Yeah.
on. Maybe I gotta have the power.
It will.
back.
I think it's like dead center.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the turret movement is amazing. The Gatlings move so smooth. It makes you feel what you could do.
Interesting. Mouse 1 is the Gatlings.
Oh, the repeaters are powerful as hell.
How do I change?
Isn't it like hold right, shoot left?
Right mouse zooms in. And
Okay,
and
I'm
mouse
on,
1
sorry.
fires Gatling. Yeah, so I'm.
How about a mouse 3?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying now.
Up,
It just says
up, you had
ready.
it for a second. Oh,
What?
you had it for a second. It said Medusa right.
Oh, no.
Right where it said Manus for like a second.
Whereabouts? We're on the screen. Can you explain?
Right in the middle of the screen where it says Mantis right now.
Mantis?
It said Medusa for a second. So maybe
I
like
think it's both weapon systems, though. I hear what you're saying, Fleming, but
Putting it into
the Gatlings work instantly there.
Oh, scroll the mouse wheel.
Yep.
There we go.
Nice.
Makes sense. Change the weapon scroll mouse wheel.
Can you give us some scrolling to see the difference of the turrets? Like
What do you mean?
Like move to the left and move to the right so we can see the difference between the Gatlings and the... Show some fire rate. That's why it's Gatlings. Okay. Wow, that's a fast freaking turret.
It really is. It looked too fast in the video.
They're going to nerf this. Yeah, they're going to nerf it. Anybody buying this, they're going to nerf it. Just be ready.
Can you hear the clicking as it turns?
No, I can't hear it.
I've got it turned. I
can. Yeah,
Agrid's not a fan of the. Well, if you can't hear the game in sound, you got to restart your Discord. But I'll turn it up just for a second. But Agrid's got a real problem with sound. He doesn't like it being too loud. But if I.
Yeah, the clicking.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
I hear it.
This is old school freaking turret sound.
Hey,
I love it.
Quiet for a second. Let them hear. Okay. Anyway, that's enough.
I see them making this far slower. This is way too fast.
I think they've obviously...
This is a size 3 turret speed.
I think they've had to test it and found that they just had to turn the speed up. Because the other thing is, combine the speed. Now watch the fire rate. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's what it is.
4, 5,
So,
6 shots to 1 cycle.
So
pretty slow.
Which is amazing.
It's still pretty slow though.
So
and
SA,
it's like what, size 8?
I think they had to have it up high because of the Gatlings, because like those Gatlings are meant for like.
But look at the
ships.
javelin. Like it's about coverage, right? So like you're sacrificing. The javelin is not the same thing. The javelin has so much coverage. You can have slower turrets with Gatlings on them. I view this as like the precursor to the javelin. Like, we're going to do 2 turrets, and then they were like, no, we need
did you crash?
like 16.
Okay.
Yeah, no, when I look at this and that turret speed, I'm just like, it's way too fast. They're going to nerf it. Just be ready for that. And it's okay. Like, it will have its place, because what does it have? PDCs, which is insane.
What a second elevator, ladder.
Yeah, they all do now. The Jeffries ladders, yeah. The Paladin had the same thing?
Sorry?
They're thinking. They're the Paladin had the same type of ladder.
Yeah, I know. The Polaris did as well, but it just... They had the one in the cargo bay, so I thought they would have just used the one for all. I wasn't surprised that it was 2 of them. Right, so this is obviously the security door thing they were talking about with 3...
I think the 2 is just so like if you have a hurry to get somewhere, they don't need to put in the code to like get off mid ladder.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's cool.
A little balcony.
That's the thing that
this is what the whole sea was meant to have.
It's what fucking Ginger Boy was talking about.
Ginger Boy. Someone please send a Twitter post to John Crew and say SA called him.
Yeah, John Crew.
Ginger Boy.
I have 2 ginger children. It is meant totally as an insult because you're all freaking dicks.
You are a gingerist, sir. You are very gingerist. That's what I'm gonna say.
Tell me John Crew doesn't come across as a dick.
I can't do that.
Yeah, thank you. And I love him. He's an amazing dude.
Yeah.
But like the way he talks about his own ships, I'm like, God, man, you made this.
Really like that, and I really like the door animation too. The little prison cell looking thing.
They nailed this.
I want that little prison thing for the brig on the Polaris
that right
now.
There.
You know
the bars are the bars make that like
yeah.
I mean, if I look, John, I'm talking a lot of shit about you because you're a ginger, and it's okay. I respect you. I love your work. Keep doing it. I was still
too late now, mate. You're off,
if you're watching,
you're off the Christmas card list now. So it's too late.
I know. I was already probably not on that list.
Right, so
but yeah, John.
He's got a suit locker. He's got his own weapon thing. He's got a toilet. Okay, so I'm really confused because I can only count 6 escape pods. Does that mean the captain's got to go down with the ship?
Back of the, there's one in this room.
Where?
I'm pretty sure there's one in this room.
Well, that's a suit locker.
To the left.
That's a
To the
toilet.
left?
That's a bed. That's a weapon set.
Oh, it's a suit locker. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You know, Captain goes down with the ship. Fuck him.
Yeah. It's a bit weird. There's no. Unless there's one
No,
somewhere
no,
else
go for it, motherfucker.
I'm missing. I only counted 6. So. Yeah. Okay.
No, I think the captain goes down with the ship, which is right.
Weapons locker.
God, they nailed this ship. I can't even believe this. Like, they really did. And I don't agree with like 50% of the design language of the ship, especially this like captain's chair rising up for no reason. And those ships are like walking up. Like,
Well, it's the only other.
I don't get it.
The only other ship we've seen it in is like the Spirit series, like the C1.
No, the MSR.
Yes, that's what I said. The Crusader ships, the MSR and the Spirit.
You said the Spirit ships, but anyways, like or the.
Okay, I might have said the Spirit ships, but I meant the Crusader ships. Again, you can see what I'm saying. It's the same manufacturer, so this feels like a Crusader thing, but they put on an RSI ship. That's my point.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that, but like what I'm saying is, why just have one single walk up?
Probably just a bit of height elevation to get it above the turret. I don't know. They've also.
I mean, the Starfarer has the same thing.
Well,
it stops better.
It stops there being so many stairs for one. Like you've got to have 3 stairs to get up here, and then you can clearly see that's another 3 stairs to get up there. So it would have been 6 stairs. So they've just divvied it up a little bit.
We all know that stairs will definitely save you.
Co-pilot.
I mean, look at the Starfarer. Like, the Starfarer has an amazing captain's chair. Like, it feels like you're in the captain's seat. I just think they did it because they could. Like, most of their ships that do this animation, they have the animation, they have the height. They just do it because they can.
So I think part of it is that they wanted it to have a smaller bridge. And that's how they made it a smaller bridge, because they would have had to make it much bigger. No, the reason why they did the lifting chair.
Yeah, I agree. It would have had this big staircase looking thing. It would have looked really strange.
I mean, they already have 2 staircases next to it, so I disagree with that point, but I get it where you're coming from.
Have you found anyone that's in chat, Lemming, that wants to come in and have a fly?
Nobody pinged me. Ping me.
I'm still downloading.
Probably all at work.
I've been downloading for 3 hours.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go for a fly on my lonesome with all my friends. All right.
Man, that view is pretty freaking sweet. I love that they brought back the crossbars and in the way of your view to the left and right, because that's what it should be. The crossbars are there to be structural.
Ooh, that takeoff sound.
The landing gear too. Did you see that? How it like let go?
Yep, it did. I can bring it back down. We can do it again.
That's pretty impressive. Like, it's better than the original.
Oh.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That's a way.
That's new tech.
Good. Yeah. Not really, just better versions of it.
Yeah, I can't think of any other ship that does this well. I think it's new.
Oh my god, it has
maybe not new
wings.
tech.
Yeah, it's the same as the Polaris, basically, just upgraded.
It has cutesy little wings. Oh my god,
not talking to USA. Yeah. Wings are really cool.
Oh, and it has the Carrack antennas on it.
Yep, agreed. It's definitely just see how it's all broken up now. It's not just the same color, and they've also got way more decals on the outside. It's like the signage that's covered through of the signs are really obvious, but they've used the same tech on the outside. Like so to give an example, the number 1 on the turret at the front, the lines all the way across. Can't use my mouse pointer, but see above the dock. Wait, I can use my finger. Oh shit! I'm getting in trouble. I better get out of here. Hang on.
Don't blow up.
Let's just get out of here. Oh shit! Get out! Right.
You almost lost your wings.
Yeah, but you can see, like, it just got way more breakup, and it wasn't just all Greeble breakup.
But look at the reflection down the length of the ship. Like, I think
That's
like
what
X, we
that's what I'm
wanted
saying.
that.
So what I'm saying is, it's like they've got material breakup as well. It's like there's multiple material breakup. There's different surface textures. There's different material makeup. They've got decal makeup. They've got lighting. Like they have just put all the things in that they had, and they, you know how they talked about the Zeus setting a standard. This is now the standard. The Paladin had a lot on it, and this is because it's a bigger surface, it's easy to see. But I saw it on the Paladin, and this is on another level now. Again,
they said this would be the ultimate tank in all the imagery they gave us, and they delivered. Like, I was wrong about this ship.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but
it is a tank.
I'm sorry, but those guns look too big on that turret.
Oh, I think they're beautiful. I think they're like the Monitor versus the starts with the C. Oh my god. The other like Confederate
I want someone
warship. I think they nailed it.
I want somebody in that bottom turret because I want to see how much it's going to pop out, because I'm pretty sure it's going to have to pop down to.
I wish I was there with you.
I don't think so. I think it's just going to be shooting backwards.
No. They said
I think
they said 180 in the video, so it has to come down somewhat. To be functional.
And you slide into it when you get into it. Like, same thing with the top turret. I think the top turret moves slightly.
I'm not.
Dude, this ship
sure
is
about the top one, but we'll see. We'll see.
It's amazing what the ship looks like. It is literally what I wanted the Perseus to be. Except for the torpedo size, it's in the turret size. It's literally the sorry, not the Perseus, the Polaris. I think just has that hard look.
I think that's the new RSI UI that we've never seen before.
You mean on the thing? Well,
yeah,
oh my god,
it's the same in the engineering one, so I've seen it, but yeah, it might be new to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before. When did this come out?
About this long ago.
Recent? Or
about that long ago. Yeah, that long ago.
I like the bar thing. This is very Star Trek. Did you see that look? It's very Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, that's clearly what they're going for with RSI anyway. A lot of the looks. Yeah, really nice to see them come back and do more MFD stuff.
No, this ship looks like a tank. I was wrong about it.
We will not accept that. You need to put it in writing.
And
well,
submit
you
it.
agreed with me. It didn't look as hard as we thought it would in the original pictures we got. The video, original imagery, like we both thought it was too soft looking.
Yep. I think Grim's going to be happy too. I don't know if you're around, Grim. I know Grim sometimes kicks off a stream in a couple of minutes.
That crossbar. It looks... So tell me about this crossbar right here, right? It has more visibility than the Constellation, but it looks older. Like, the design looks ancient.
Yep.
Oh my. So nothing... they just updated the loaner matrix. Nothing gives a Perseus loaner.
Oof.
Sweet.
That said, we did have C Daddy in chat a couple of weeks ago, and he said that the ship loaner matrix and stuff like that is really hard for them to update, so it might come at a later date. Wait and see.
Well, it just got updated.
No, but he does mini updates, right, for each ship when it comes out. But then there's like one where they do like every 6 months they do a really big one. So you might have to wait for the really big one. I'm actually trying to think of a ship that I would give this as a loaner for. Who would you give this as a loaner for then? Lemming or Essay?
Well, the Idris lost the Polaris.
Well, the Idris is out, is it not?
No, but we have the Idris. Yeah,
okay.
we don't need that.
So think about there isn't really any ships out that I would give it to. The only one that I could...
Not a combat.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, because like the Galaxy is too small, it's too cheap, and isn't that a Carrack loaner or something at the moment as well? So
I'd say the Nautilus is a better is a better.
Actually, that's probably
the
the
Nautilus is a passive combat
Wouldn't they
ship.
give them the hammerhead though for the Nautilus? I think it's the hammerhead for the Nautilus.
Yeah.
Well, right now they give it to Polaris, so the Perseus is a much better learner for that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, so gentlemen, I have a question for you. Like, go back to the cockpit view. Look at your clearance view. Look at your piloting view. Did you ever think in this ship you could see this much as where
No.
you're going? Look at the pip. This is an amazing view from this cockpit. Look at that center mass, the dot in the center. That is your center mass, like acceleration view. This is one of the best ships, like especially larger ships. This is probably the best larger ship in the game. You know, obviously besides the Polaris and the big ships that like have it at the front. But yeah, it's amazing. I thought you'd be behind the turret. I thought you couldn't see.
So I'm thinking I've been lied to. There was a hate post on us saying "suck it, Inforunners" a couple of days ago, saying that the remote turret on top was pilotable controlled. I don't think it is, because I'm sitting here trying to find.
It's probably one of those seats.
I think it's one of the other two. I think, yeah, but my point is, this is the pilot seat, so that person was wrong. So you can suck it.
Well, I mean, they're not wrong. I mean, like,
Can you fly it?
I mean, the Inforunners should suck it, so I'm fine with that.
Can you
I
fly
mean, they're
it
right
from the other
by
two
nature.
seats?
Hang on,
I think you can from one.
I'll get. Yeah, you can pretty much. I'm pretty sure you can fly it from the co-pilot seat, because the co-pilot can fly as well. But
I think you can from both.
No, the other one's a gunner seat. It literally says gunner. Well, let's have a look. Flight ready.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
I'm in nav mode. Maybe
Wow,
it was.
the UI has gotten tight. That UI display is
I
pretty
just
freaking
realized.
amazing.
I just realized what it could be. It could be I was in nav mode. Let's have a look. See if I was wrong. I'm happy to be wrong, because I mean it's cool if the pilot does get a gun. Let's find out. He does.
God,
there
that
we
view
go.
is the best.
He does get it. Okay.
Yeah, that captain's view is amazing.
But I imagine it's something a little bit like the Redeemer's view, where when
Can you
someone
roll
else
for me in that view?
when someone else gets in the gun, they can take over. Because how do you shoot backwards in that as a pilot? You kind of can't.
I mean, it has enough seats, so I mean, I would assume the same thing.
Yeah.
But I want you to get in the pilot seat. Can you roll? I want to see the roll in yaw.
Well, you'll have to be patient and wait. Exit inner remote turret, and this is the bottom one. Pretty sure. Yep. It's the bottom one. And that's at the...
There's so many weapons on the ship now. The ship is way overgunned.
Obviously, they didn't think so, because they added more PDCs as well.
Oh, they did, because they were like, cha-ching.
Hmm.
Like, everybody was like, I love this ship. And then they added PDCs, and you're like, why?
I'm really confused now. Can the co-pilot get in the pilot one?
It's probably a mode. You're right. I definitely agree. You're right.
Hang on, I'm just trying to figure it out. This guy can fire it as well, right? Like, look, watch. So if he can fire it, does that mean he can enter?
We have the bottom one and the top one. He's firing the top one.
He can. So the co-pilot controls the top one. All right, there you go. And then if there's no one in the co-pilot seat, then it's just the pilot that gets to shoot forward. All right, cool. That's what I assumed it was going to be, and that's good. All right. Now, what do you want to do?
Give me a bank roll as the pilot.
A roll as the pilot. Okay.
A bank roll is down to the left or down to the right as you roll.
A bank roll. So not just barrel roll. It's you want me to kind of dive roll, like.
So you
I know
start
what you mean.
rolling
You mean
to
like
the right
this,
and then
you mean like this.
Push the nose down. There you go. Jesus, that's fast. This thing can come to bear on anything. With the turret speed, yeah, this is a little overpowered.
Yeah.
It should be slower on everything.
You gotta remember, it's only a large ship. It's not a capital. It's only a large. Like this is a Caterpillar,
yeah, no.
Starfarer.
With the armor, everything, the lore. No, it should be much
We'll
slower.
see. We'll see.
Like I say, it's only a large ship. Look at that turret.
Hmm. I just remember the first time we were in the Redeemer and Algrid kind of went AFK for a second and the turret was like facing down in the bottom turret. And we tried to land and we were like standing on his guns. I can only imagine what it's going to be like with that one at the bottom if you do that.
All right, so give me a bank roll while you're in third person. I want to see how.
I can just give you a barrel roll. I can't do the mouse thing. That's just a barrel.
You can't. No, well, no. Go down to one corner, the left or the right.
I'm not very good at doing it. Is in third.
There you go. That's it. Yeah, that thing comes to bear pretty fast. That's a little too fast. For that mass, it's a little bit fast. It's very heavily armored.
Oh,
I mean, I'm happy
thank you for the gifted subs. See, I've been missing stuff in chat. If you see anything like that, please let me know, Lemming. You see gifted subs. Twitch, make sure say thank you. You say thank you, Extor, Knots 38 Junior, and Tusker 635. Yeah, I normally have Algrid in chat when we're doing gameplay, but he's at school today, so I do apologize if I miss anything. Yeah. 5,698 in queue. Yeah, it should be in about half an hour. That's about where I was at that time.
I'm still in my queue.
Yep. So at least I can...
Wow, what a shit, man. This is just... I don't think any of us ever expected a ship like this. I think when we got the Constellation, we thought like that was the pinnacle.
Mm.
And like this thing is just amazing. It's almost too pretty inside, but like, yeah.
Well,
it is the best.
I've heard there's a lot of people coming back to the game just to see the Perseus, so... Yeah.
Hello, gentlemen.
It's amazing.
Hey, Grim. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Execute, SA, Lemon.
Are you in queue or what?
No, I was on earlier and checked it out. I didn't do a stream, but I just streamed it in our our Discord just for a few people just to check it out. I just came on to see what you guys thought about the ship, and like I know you were originally concerned about the exterior, but now that you get to see it in person, I was curious what the verdict was.
Lots of compliments, actually. Lots of different material breakup, a lot more decal work. It is really a very good standard. I think it even goes a step beyond the Paladin to the untrained eye. It might not be too noticeable, but I definitely noticed it, and I know you've noticed it as well.
Yeah, I would say it's the new high water mark. Before, for me, it was the Polaris on the exterior, but now I would say interior and exterior, this is the new high water mark for CIG.
Yep, and I look forward to seeing all the older ships come up to meet that new bar, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know how they could make it go much beyond this, but I'm really looking forward to see them to pull it off, if they can go even higher than this. So yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. So sorry, go ahead.
I actually think that this is at the same level as the Apollo was. As far as design and everything?
I'd have to go back, but not from decal level. Like there's a lot more exterior work on this than I saw on the Apollo. But again, I'd happily be wrong and go back and look. I would be really looking closely at when the Hermes comes, and actually see if they've done more work to it since September.
Yeah, well, I've heard a couple people be like, "Oh, yeah, I like all the decals, but is it too much?" But I gotta tell you, when I was messing around inside the ship, to me, they actually do help allow you to figure out where you're going and where things are quicker. I mean, it's just it's kind of an obvious thing to say, but
it's not just inside though. Like they're on the outside as well, man. Like they're freaking everywhere. Like I can see at least 10 just on my screen right now. They have gone like to town on it.
Your turret's dancing a little bit when you came out of work.
Yeah, I saw that.
What again, this gets me excited for, and I've always been interested in the Perseus. I think it's a really cool ship. I think it's going to be, I mean, I'd be curious what you think, SA, but like, I think one of the reasons this is going to be just an extremely popular ship is it just fits so well with the type of gameplay that's in Star Citizen now.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? especially with like the fleet tactical battles coming. I mean, this is going to be like one of the primary ships you use in that situation. And again, just where CIG is able to take things now from a standard has me so excited for ships like the Pioneer, the Ironclad, the Kraken, ships that have enough of an interior that you can build out that level of fidelity. You know what I mean? But we've seen it, that level of fidelity even come to ships that are smaller, like the Paladin stuff, and it's really noticeable when you compare it to like an older ship. It's
think
pretty
about
shocking.
what we were looking at yesterday with the Clipper too. That explains why I had all that decal work that we saw too, now I think about it.
Yeah. SA, did you want to answer
that? Yeah, I think, I mean, you're not wrong. I think, I don't want to be like hyperbolic, but I think with this ship and the Clipper, we've reached a new level of ships in Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how else to say it. Like, I mean, I thought the Carrack was the pinnacle of any ship that could be in Star Citizen. Like the design, but like the functionality wasn't there.
Okay,
but
this
the
is
design. Sorry, go ahead, Lemmy.
This is really funny. Somebody in YouTube chat, I think it was YouTube chat at least, said that it has better pitch and yaw than the Max does.
I believe that beyond anything. I think it's going to get nerfed to the depths. It should be. Actually, Grim. Like, theoretically, this ship should be extremely freaking high mass, right?
I would think so. I mean, it was originally described as a brawler, you know, something that's
so
it's slow and heavy
low
and
pitch.
Yeah.
Like X, do the same roll that I had you do, roll and pitch. Look how fast that is to come on target.
Yeah.
And then look at the turret speed, how fast the turrets move. I think
the turrets were, I will say that I did not fly the ship. I just checked it out in the hangar. But I will say that the turret rotation speed was a bit shocking to me. I was actually thinking it was going to be, 25% slower than what it was. So yeah, that was surprising. That was surprising.
So to continue your question,
that's a lighting bug, is it not? On my screen right now, there's a lighting bug, or am I seeing things? Like, there's the whole of Oris on.
No, there is a lighting bug.
Yeah, there's a lot of lighting bugs in this build.
Yeah, okay.
I had them all in the hangar, too.
Right. Well, hotfix maybe coming tomorrow, then.
Oh, that was a sound.
Yep. That's the engine boost going on and off.
Oh, okay.
I mean, one other quick thing I'll add. I'm not going to be on long. I just was very curious what you guys thought, and I was like, when it came out, I was like, where's execute? Need to find. But I did think it was interesting. In the behind the ships episode, which kudos to CIG for making it longer than 2.5 minutes long. But I did think it was interesting that one developer said that he, had been to some Bar Citizen events and stuff and talked to some Navy guys and sort of heard that about the decal or labeling or signage. And again, it just goes back to that thing, that idea that people like us, people out in the community that aren't content creators and stuff like that, but just people in general, when we talk about these ships and we make constructive posts and say constructive things and analyze it in a constructive way, obviously they do listen from time to time, and that was kind of cool to hear.
It was.
It kind of does make you, again, wish, because Ben Curtis said it before, I think, on a Behind the Ships, where he said, look, we're not real spaceship designers. And for sure, they're not. They do the best they can. But it does make you wish for certain ship roles they would kind of consult with people. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Call of Duty.
Don't get SA started.
Call of Duty consults with people,
SA wants to work with them. He keeps saying it. Hire me!
Oh, God.
Hire me! Yeah. That's what he keeps saying.
Or
I would work for
you'd work for
$20,000 a year just to freaking help them. Yeah, I mean, like,
and I would give my life. I work on that'd be enough for you, I think.
And even non-combat stuff, like for example, when you're making let's say if you're making a giant medical ship, right? Interface with some medical people, paramedics, drivers, and stuff like that, and figure out what is needed, what work, all that kind of stuff.
As a trained EMT, I can tell you I could help with
Well,
that
there you
too.
Yeah.
Let them bleed
There
out.
you go. Yeah. And again, some of the
It's
stuff
combat. Sorry.
and some of the stuff obviously that a consultant would tell you is not going to be applicable in this game world. I get that, but like there may be some just like nice flavor stuff. Even if it's just decor in the ship, just nice little flavor items that they could add that would be smart. But even things that are more important, like, for example, one of the things I loved about the Perseus when I was touring around it, and again, John Crew addressed it sort of when he talked about bridge security, but I was kind of like that there's a small armory or small gun rack on the bridge, you know, for those emergency situations.
Did you?
I hate that.
You know,
Did you notice that there's only 6 escape pods but 7 crew?
I did.
Captain
Someone's
goes
gonna
down
die.
with the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing. That's one of those situations where on the gun rack, where it probably is not realistic, but for this game, I can see the point of it because that door up there on that bridge that they added, that airlock, everyone's gonna go for that door and try to break in.
Yeah.
You know? But I think it's a fantastic ship. It's inside, outside functionality. It's really great. Excited.
When you next talk to Ben Curtis for me, can you tell him next Halloween he's got to go as Where's Wally? After those glasses,
No.
bro.
I will say
the first thing I said was I found Wally. That was the first thing I said. Sorry, I just went, found Wally. Right.
I will say before I go, I will say that I was talking to someone who was just talking to Ben Curtis, and the subject of the Polaris came up, and it does sound like, and you know, and I've heard this from others, but it does sound like that CIG realizes that there's a lot about the interior of the Polaris that did not hit the mark. Is lacking. It did not hit the mark. And again, if you know, when they get ships like the Perseus that can set these new standards, hopefully that means it's easier for them in the future to go back, make those small adjustments to ship like the Polaris.
Well, it's like I said to you when I was in game the other week, I noticed they'd added the blue and orange lines to the floor in the Polaris. So there's definitely some overlap between the Perseus and the Polaris already. So hopefully they don't have to do too much. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Essay.
No, I was just going to ask you a question. Like, as far as the evolution of design for these two ships, the Perseus versus the Polaris, and I think we've talked about this before. The Polaris was that was going to be my main ship in the game. Yeah. And I melted it. I think the Perseus, which I was never going to buy, and now I'm fighting to put an upgrade on a ship. I think they didn't just reset the standard. I think they made the standard. Like, this is the standard now.
Yeah. I would agree
and
with
not
that.
to a measurable area. The Polaris doesn't even come close to it.
I think this movie has been talking to the aliens in Interstellar. It's watching.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna send you some X. You may have seen it already, but I'm sending you an image. I was just curious if you'd seen this yet, where it's the original concept image next to the real ship in the same angle.
Bob sent it to me this morning, but it was also on Reddit.
Cool.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I figured you may have seen it, but it's really cool seeing it in this form factor. So
They
nailed it.
Did you go through
I was wrong.
the Nix trailer and see all the ships in there as well?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Even the fins in this ship, like if you look at the fins that come out with the little red lights on the end, they make the Polaris look good, and the Polaris is horrible. The design of this ship, they nailed all the aesthetics with it, which I don't get how the Polaris in this were within Polaris has been over a year or a year?
A year.
Year and a half?
Yeah.
A year.
Yeah,
It's been 12 months.
last
It came out.
I-
It was last day. Yeah, it's been exactly a year tomorrow.
How?
Because
Like,
they
how do you
learn as
advance
they
the
go.
design this much?
They learn
This much in a
God.
year?
Yes, exactly.
Well, one of the things VMXEO is going to do is he's going to go through the model and see how much of the RSI kit was used in the Perseus. One of the things I'm really curious about is how much of the kit helped with the Perseus, because the kit was probably being fleshed out for the Polaris, and I think the Perseus is where that maturity level hit with the kit, where it helped it. And I think that could give us a good insight into things like the Ironclad and Kraken, especially.
Well,
so I'm curious.
The other thing
But
is
it's not the same
in the video they were clearly talking to a lot of people from Montreal. I think the Montreal people are on this one. This has the Zeus thing all over it again. I think they were working on this too.
But then Ben Curtis
It's
said
far
it was the
more
North
raw.
American. Well, I guess it could be the Montreal team, yes, still.
Like it's far more curved. There's much more curvature and angular. So the outside of the ship's more angular. Look at the cockpit view. It's far more curvature.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and the displays are far more modern. It feels like it's a whole new kit within a year. That's why I'm so surprised. Even look at the engines. The engines aren't even close.
Partially what I'm wondering is if they, and specifically with the kit on things like handrails, floor panels, wall panels, lighting fixtures, it's little things like that. Staircases, for example. What I think they did, though, to your point, is after releasing the Polaris, seeing the criticism, seeing what didn't work, they didn't just install those kit pieces directly into the Perseus. They took them and did further work on those kit pieces for the Perseus. And what that I think is going to mean is that for ships like the Arastra and Galaxy, they're going to benefit from that new kit. You know what I mean? So they're going to hit that mark. And there's going to be a little bit more crossover anyway, I think, because the Galaxy and the Arastra, if I'm not mistaken, I think they share engines, and their engines are a lot more similar to the Perseuses than they are the Polarises. The Polarises have kind of unique engines.
Did you see, when you saw the Salvation, did you see the whole new, whoa, shit, fuck!
Oh, God.
There's a first. I don't think I've ever crashed into that sign before. Anyway, or any of them. But did you see the Arastra and the Orion's future in that Salvation? The industrial style. It's like a whole new RSI aesthetic, but in an industrial style. I was like, bang, there's the Orion, bang, there's the Arastra. I saw it, and I was like, I bet you Grim saw it too. But yeah,
I did.
All right, so Grim.
Yeah, go ahead.
And let him answer
before you go. So
let him.
Sorry.
Let him answer the question.
I was just gonna say that it really makes me wonder if they're gonna at least tick off one of the RSI industrial ships next, or using like probably the Arastra.
I think it means they're going to build up to that. So we might see like a small and a medium before they get. And do they fold the Galaxy into that as well? And does it like you see where I'm going? So I think they may do another skew of RSI all the way up, which would make sense considering they're such an old big manufacturer. Did you see this landing gear too? Oh shit! I put it back up. When it comes, it's so weighted, it looks so good when it lands. Or I get stoned because the game hates me, and I've got to pay a huge ass fine. Right. Stupid damn game.
You are in an active flight lane. Please vacate.
Warning, you're a retard.
So I have a design question for you, Grim.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at this. I have tons of questions and things I want to talk to you about, but I know you got to get going. So when I view this ship and I view their current statements on both the Aurora and the Constellation, like they will get major reworks.
Mm-hmm.
This ship is one generation before those ships. I mean, granted, it's hundreds of years in the lore, but I see a ton of taking those two concepts and bringing them forward. I mean, granted, the Aurora is a little, the doors are not quite right, the seats aren't quite right, but I mean, where do you think this is leading to RSI design cues? Because they're going to rework those two ships. So what are we looking at moving forward?
Well,
is it going to be like the Scavenger, the new Scavenger that came out, which name is escaping me, or is it going to be this older aesthetic, which I think everyone loves?
I think they're going to lean, I think RSI may be one of those developers that has a little bit of both aesthetics running in parallel, and they're not the only one, in my opinion. I would say Drake is heading down that path as well, where they have there's sort of like the the herald kind of, or sorry, the cutlass vulture kind of aesthetic, but then there's the different aesthetic, which is more the corsair clipper, where it's all these smoother pieces and it's not all overly agreeable. So it's kind of weird. But like, here's what I would say about that though. I did hear from a little birdie that there is going to be some sort of RSI ship that sits between the Aurora and the Zeus.
I would believe that. For the
like
Salvation. For the Salvation.
Yeah,
I saw some leaks.
Yeah, it's a ship though that we haven't heard about yet. I don't know anything more than that.
Could it be a rework of that body style? Because that's what they should be doing.
Well, it kind of, again, it makes me think back to, essentially them, for all intents and purposes, retiring the Aurora and then doing a slightly larger, maybe they don't call it Aurora, but it will be a slightly larger new RSI starter. You know what I mean? That is in one of these modern. Yeah. What's that?
I would like to see a double wide Aurora, like 2-seater.
Yeah.
2 seats in.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, we've only seen them sort of retire a ship because of Mark II came out and the Aurora, and the Hornets, obviously. But there's no reason why they couldn't just say, okay, the Auroras are great, but we kind of, that's what they are. They don't really fit with our vibe anymore, but we're retiring them. So we're not going to sell them anymore. We'll keep them flyable. And we're going to come out with just a completely new RSI starter. The RSI, maybe they'll call it the RSI starter. They're on to something with the RSI Salvation. So maybe they'll just call this the RSI Stardation. And we'll be up to the race.
Starvation. Oh my God.
How about Grocery Runner?
There you go.
We need a family vehicle in this. We need like the good old school freaking
Yeah.
The RSI station wagon.
I do have to run, but I'll try to pop in again a little bit. But
it's
been awesome talking to you guys.
Before you go, I was just going to say, I really agree with what you said there about Drake. I think the Grey's Market really shows why Grey's Market has come along, because the way Drake is going, there's now a room for where Drake's pivoting away from.
100%, 100%. And we do have that, and I don't know if this is necessarily how they would do it if they were starting over with the Hercules, but I see it the same way with Crusader, where they've sort of got the asymmetric style or like very angular style of like the Intrepid, the Spirit, the Ares and all that, but then you get the Hercules and possibly the Starliner that kind of have a lot of curves. And so I think that with some manufacturers, they may balance two styles.
I mean, I would assume that you would assume in lore it'd be like two different eras, right? Like the new era, the old era. Okay.
Two different eras, or maybe in some ways like two different divisions of like a mega corporation, sort of like a Boeing, where they may develop, fighter jets versus passenger
or the VW
planes. Yeah, or the VW. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Thank you for that input.
Yeah, you guys have a good rest of your evening. I'll try to pop back in a little bit.
I'll catch up with you soon, mate.
All right, later, guys. See you.
Thank you.
I don't know if this is going to load or not now. It's
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
It hates you.
I get to wait in queue for another half an hour. But yeah, Blackadder was saying in Twitch, this has happened to me both times I tried to land. So he said it seems to be a common issue with the. I wasn't anywhere near the edges. That was annoying. I almost wonder if it's a third person bug. It happens to me a lot when I'm flying in third person, and I go through the shield thing.
It could be.
Yeah, I think it's detecting that your camera's going to crash, not your ship, and therefore that's what causes the bug.
I mean, with any new patch, though, who fucking knows? Excuse my language.
Good. Look, I think it's a very impressive ship, and even if you are not into the Perseus, it's the same thing I kind of say about manufacturers or a ship as a whole, is what does it mean for other ships going forward? That's something you can always take out of it. What does it mean for RSI? And I just can't, like I try and sit there and look at the Perseus, and I look at all the ships that we've, like take something that's in a bad place, like the Reclaimer, and you put that, just the thought of it, oh my god, that's gonna be amazing. Like just the stance of the Reclaimer and the all the decals and the work and a salvage and industrial and the work and the level of detail. Take any ship that you really love and roll those thought processes back into it, and just imagine now where they can go. That really, it's almost like going back and it's a whole new paint on all the skins again, and all the ships again. That's really exciting to see. I'm really looking forward to see them all get polished now and updated. Not something that I was really super energized about, because like we've you've seen one Vanguard, you've seen them all type of thing. But now as they go back and do them, I don't know, I put that off to you, Lemming and SA. Like, are you keen now to see that quality bar come back around again?
Lemming, hit it.
My favorite ship, well, one of my favorite ships is the MSR. Man, if that comes back for the MSR, man, that's going to be an amazing ship.
Definitely needs some love. Can agree with you on that.
Well, how old is the MSR? It's only like 6 years old. 5.
Yeah, 5, I think. 5.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at the ships that came before that, and we were all just so amazed, even though it's on stilts and all the bullshit that we talk about. No, Lemmy, you nailed it on the head, because like I look at the design of this ship, even compared to the Polaris, and which we've already over talked about, but man, they in the last year and a half they've got it down. I don't know if it's tools, I don't know what they're doing, but like look at the ships that came out, the Paladin, which I mean, like you know how I feel about that. Like that is the premier anvil ship. Sorry, let me go ahead.
So I think a lot of that is Montreal coming on board. I think Montreal added a whole injection of a new way of looking at things.
I think it's a polished stage. Like this isn't.
Yeah, I agree.
The geometry is the same. Like it's like how they're bringing up the polish. Like the Paladin. I mean, I don't think the Paladin's perfect. I have a lot of issues with that. But like, I mean, X like that. The funny thing to me is the best designed ship before any of these ships to me, and no one will agree with me with this, was the Gladiator. The Gladiator has cues to it visually, followed by the Retaliator, which I don't really love like Aegis ships, but there are things about that visually with the Gladiator that you look at it and you're just like, man, that's beautiful. The original concept.
I just want to give a call out to all the first-time shadows. There's a whole bunch of new people on Twitch. There's like 6 or 7 just on the screen at once. A lot of new people turning up. So yeah, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, just want to say hello to all the new people. Cool to see so many new faces. Yeah, it's exciting, and it's a really great way to kick off AOA. I do actually like the fact that they kind of released it the day before, because it's now going to give a bit of breathing room for the Did I say AIE? Did I? I meant to say IE.
You always do, man. It's great.
Yeah,
it's just what you do.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, it gives some breathing room for the Salvation tomorrow, which I think is really important. With just let me know. I'd be interested in chat. Just with a 1, if you're a new person that has not played Star Citizen before, are you looking at picking up, say, something like the Salvation tomorrow? I'd just be curious if we've got any new players in chat. Why I'm kind of looking. I'll let that give that 30 seconds and see if any ones come up, and I'm just curious to see if there's any new people, because we don't get a lot of new people but we have been getting a lot of them in the last couple of months. I know September had 65k in 1 month, which is quite a lot, but they don't tend to make it to us because we're the more hardcore dedicated group. So I was just curious.
So can I ask a follow-on question to that?
Yeah, sure. I don't think there's any new ones. I'm not seeing any ones. So yeah, looks like we're all old school people, right? Yeah, go ahead. Right.
All right. So I was going to say without using a 1, but I'm going to say with using a 1 to 10. Anybody in chat, YouTube, Twitch, whatever it is you're on, what do you think of the Perseus design? We've been talking it up for a long time. Like, I want to know what you think. Like, where did it land? I would give it as close to a 10 as I possibly could get. 9 probably. There's some small things, but I would love to know, everyone in chat, like, where did they hit it out of the park, or is it, in the park? Like, where's it at?
My current player location is the invalid location ID, no current planet. I think it's bugged out. I'm going to have to do a character, a reset. 10 out of 10, they nailed it. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9. So yeah, it's
9.27.
9.27. Smart ass. Lowest one I've seen is 7. Got goal tits on the side. Have you actually been in game and tried it yet? 7 seems pretty low. 5
Honestly, like it's
a week. 5 to week. Must be an origin owner.
You know,
right?
Hey.
Yeah, I know. There's something
I
wrong with
actually
them.
kind of
Lemmy,
get
I
it because,
know.
like, if you
I
haven't,
know what it is wrong with them.
that was my opinion before it came out.
Jason,
Honestly, it was a 5.
Jason, come in and give us your thoughts, bro. Jason's on Twitch. Come in and say hello to me in Essence.
Bro, come on, Jason.
Yeah, Jason, drop on in. You should be, you got the ability to do that. Come on in. Stop being slack ass. And maybe bring some flannel with you. I know you already are, but yeah. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna have to do a character reset probably.
A character reset? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Bro, your character's so low, I wouldn't even try.
Well, it just I'll let it load. I'll be patient, but it looks like it's not gonna load just from what I'm seeing.
I have to let the dogs out. I'll be right back, guys.
No worries. How you been, Jason?
I've been good. How have you been, brother?
Well, if you can't tell, I'm tired as fuck. I had a lot of trouble trying to get my sleep pattern changed around, and I was meant to wake up at 2 a.m. and I wake up at 4:30 a.m. and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be so screwed tomorrow because I've been trying to move it forward and now I'm gonna move it backwards, which is way harder for me to do. So I'll be tired for the first couple of days until it kicks in. And these lights.
You got a busy week and a half ahead of you with the IAE.
Well, I think it's going to be a great time for everyone. Again, like that trailer that dropped yesterday and the leaks and that just it totally revitalized me because every little ship had a mystery. Like it wasn't like every other year it's almost been clear cut. It's like, oh, okay, we're just getting this again, whatever. But now every single one is something I'm looking forward to. Even the Ox surprised me. Double the SCU.
I think they've definitely done a really good thing with not doing as much as I hate it from the CCU chainer and me.
Yeah,
not doing concept sales. I think you can really deliver on a lot of hype that way. Just hey, straight flyable. It's here.
Yep. I think the only downside with the straight to flyable thing is we're going to see a lot of say they make a new gameplay like base building, whatever, is when that drops into the game, you're going to see 2 or 3 ships come out at exactly the same time that all do base building, as an example. And it's going to be really, really common going forward. This is the base building patch. This is the repair patch, whatever. It'll be really common to see multiples drop like that. It'll be interesting to see where it goes, but yeah.
Yeah, with the Perseus, man, I like it. I think it's really nice. Obviously, I'm a Polaris owner, so it hurts because I see what they could have done with the Polaris, especially when it comes to in the video they talked about arrows and signage of where to go. Polaris is a big ship,
but they're going to go back and
kind of
this is the thing I keep getting. Like SA was saying, he melted his Polaris because he was so upset with it, and I told him at the time, I said, "You've jumped the gun." And now you see the Perseus and you take that back to what they're going to do on the Polaris, and it's like, holy shit, the Polaris is going to be amazing. And that's what I said to SA and Lemon just before. You take that back to any ship you own now, like they're redoing the Aurora as an example, right? One of the oldest ships in the entire game, and you see that come up to a standard that's on that Perseus. Holy shit, bro! Like, yeah, and pick any ship that's in a bad state. Like and I picked the Reclaimer before. Let's go the Starfarer.
What did I miss?
They solved world peace while you're gone.
No, I mean you're like hyped up, man.
I'm just really excited for what this ship means for reworks. I really, really am. Like I'm just sitting here and I'm going back. Like it's like I'm going to be able to go back and almost re-review every ship we've ever reviewed because they're going to be.
Which ship are you talking about?
Any ship. So you take the quality of this Perseus and you start to apply it to every ship we've ever had, and I can literally go back with Algrid and we can re-review everything because they're not going to be the same.
This is the best ship they've ever launched by far.
By far, absolutely.
To Vesper's point on Twitch, that's kind of my.
So go ahead.
Thing
Sorry.
With the Perseus. Yeah, my feedback on the Perseus. I think it's an 8 out of 10. I was hoping it was going to look more sleek. I don't really.
Us too.
I feel like they added more greebling and stuff like that to it. I mean, it is nice, but I was thinking it was going to be more sleek. You know.
So
At a distance,
hang on. Harrison Cordis is saying you're lying to yourself. They will do that. They won't. No, they absolutely will do. They've done it already with multiple.
Yeah,
ships.
they've been doing that. And to address your problem that you're experiencing now, Execute.
Yeah.
Somebody said that they just went through the queue and it got stuck on login. So I have a strong feeling that a service or two are crashing, and CIG will need to fix it. I don't think that your character's broken. I think the game is.
All right,
yeah,
so
but I couldn't get back in the first time, the second time. Wait, actually, let's try. Wait, hang on. What about changing from Australia? I'll just change it to another server. Will that fix it? Let's try. I'll try one more time. But I literally reset the game. That shouldn't be an issue. Try one more time. Science.
all right, so we all know the Constellation's getting a rework. Like it's Chris's favorite ship. After this ship.
Hang on, that's fine, Cordis. Harrison Cordis, that's fine. No problem. Right, go ahead. Sorry, SA.
No, so I have a hypothetical here, which is we all know the Constellation's getting a rework. It's Chris's favorite ship. It's my favorite ship, personally. That has the most Millennium Falcon vibe to it. And the original ships. Granted, the MSR is, the second version of that. But, we all didn't know where it was going to go. And I look at the Perseus, and all I can see is, potential. For us that have been around forever, because we all have, we're long tooth. I can't help but finally having a good feeling about ship design in the long term. What do you guys feel? I feel like this is, X, we've talked about this ship and how disappointed we were less than a month ago.
Yep.
With the exterior design. And now that it's here, it is mind-blowingly good. So how do you all feel about the future of the design of RSI of all ships?
I want to wait until after IAE to answer that question, because if all of the ships are at this level, I'm going to answer that differently than the way that I'm going to answer it right now.
Well,
I can tell you now, the Clipper is definitely at this level. The number of decals on the outside of that ship is absolutely insane. I can tell you now, I don't know if I can show it in the trailer. It doesn't really show it, but in the skins, it literally says the word Clipper along the outside of the ship. And I think the first ship that tried to do it, but they didn't quite pull it off, is the Paladin, where it has its name on the outside. I
hate that, by the way. I loathe that.
You may,
actually,
but what I'm trying to say is, decals are definitely going to be a thing going forward. That level of detail on the Perseus is something I think you're going to see more and more going
so
down the pipe.
I dislike it for different reasons. I don't like that it's white. I feel like it should be subdued, and I'd like Drazen's opinion on this. Military ships or aircraft have their name on the side. AC-130. Designations are there. I'm not against that. I'm just against it being an advertisement thing.
Right. Yeah. That's my thing with it is and that's one of the things that I hate about Origin too. My 315p is all blacked out because I hated the big Origin advertisement on the side of the ship. I hated it.
Yeah, people buy BMWs and Mercedes.
I think that's different. So when I buy a car, the first thing that I do is
will this look good in my driveway? Will it go with my outfits? That's what you do, right?
No, I have them go and take the advertisement for the dealership off the back of the car.
We all do that. We're that type of people.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I'll peel it off myself.
Yeah. Who wants to drive around with advertising for? That's just lame. Here in Australia, one of the things they do is they have the number plates. They have a custom plastic thing they put around the number plate that says where you brought it from, and you got to literally take it all off to get. It's so annoying. Anyway.
Yeah, we all have that. Yeah. Any country, doesn't matter.
That's fine.
All right, so Drazen, what do you think about the labeling of ships? I feel like it's with military ships, every military craft has a designation on it, unless it's special ops. What do you think?
So I'm going to answer your first question about how do I feel about the design of ships. I agree with Lemming. I'm gonna wait. Like somebody mentioned the Galaxy. Like I'm excited for that
Ooh.
ship now. That's a ship that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
I'm now more excited for ships that haven't come out because I know we're gonna get to see this level of detail and new ships.
So-
My concern
Yeah.
is how long is it going to take for them to go back. I own the Corsair. I own the Polaris. I own, I own a couple Tauruses, CCU
Carrick.
chains, so they're not going to stay that
Carrick,
way.
bro.
But yeah, like how long is it going to take for them to go back?
Yeah.
What's the priority on this? Because it's probably going to take a while. I feel
If it
like
makes
you're
money,
going to get
quick.
If it makes money quick, absolutely. But I think that's kind of the concern where you're there. I feel like CIG is pushing people to buy newer ships because they have the newest design
But,
language
so
like that,
Yeah.
sorry, man, I don't mean to jump on you with this, but like the level of the Perseus is well beyond anything we've ever seen. I mean, would all of us agree on that? Yes or no?
Oh, 100%. Yes. Yeah.
All right. So what I would say is they hit this level in far less time than they hit the level of the Carrick, which is by far, in my view, not speaking for you guys, is the best ship before this was the Carrick. Like the level of design, like when we walk it, we feel like we're in Star Trek or whatever it's going to be, some deep space exploration thing. So my view of it is they don't have a long way to go they've hit how to put this, they've hit their stride. Like they finally have their walk. They're Freddie Mercury on the freaking stage at fucking Live Aid, like singing and like dancing. And we all, sorry, I'm a Queen fan. But like
I get your reference. I know what you're saying because like that was like prime Queen, and I think this is prime RSI. I don't see it getting any better than this.
Not RSI. I think it's prime freaking CIG. I think they get the design thing now. Somehow they woke up in the last year.
I'll agree with that again at the end of the event if everything is at this level.
It's almost like they were working on a completely other game the whole time, and then they just shifted over recently to this game.
All right, so X.
Heaps more ship people and started making more ships. I wonder if that's factual.
To answer your question though, SA, the naming on ships. I mean, military ships. No, when you look at whenever I was in the Air Force, the biggest designator you can see is, what squadron are they a part of, and then their logo, and then often, some Air Force designator on it. So you're going to see that it's going to pop out to you more than, C-130 is, or any decals anything they spray on. So I think with military ships, the name like, Polaris on it should obviously be there, but subdued. And then whatever you name your ship, it should stick out more.
The
commercial ships, like the Clippers,
when you sell
I don't
to a
care.
foreign country.
Some of the Decals.
Yeah, if you're selling to a foreign country, like F-16s.
Some of the Decals,
yeah, like they put it on the wing. Like, I mean, so my point. Sorry, I didn't describe that well.
Some of the Decals, though, like the 1 and the 2 and the turrets, that is exactly the same font I see on naval ships. Exactly the same when you see a number on them. Yeah.
All right, so I have something here, and this is probably pure hopium, but it is what it is. What if them writing the names of the ships are in preparation for the the naming of the ship actually coming from more ships?
Could be. So instead of saying paladin, it could say big donkey balls. Or
it'll say the name of your paladin.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
I like that idea. I think that's
honestly
good. Also, why are you guys complaining about the Clipper on the side of the Clipper, whatever? The Clipper is the problem, not the name on it. That thing looks ugly as shit.
It is incredibly ugly and beautiful at the same time. Like I hate the front of that shit.
I don't understand why
it sounds.
I just don't understand why it's called a Clipper when it clearly now looks like a mini Carrick. They're selling it as a versatile ship, right? And it does a little bit of everything. But Clippers were traditionally essentially cargo ships or smuggling, right? And that
high value. They're supposed to be fast.
Yeah, well,
deliver low quantities, high value cargo.
Well, I guess it can technically do that, but it's only 12 SCU. But it's not listed as a smuggler or a cargo ship. It's literally in the thing that they've got in the halls, like the expo halls. It literally says versatile. So the only thing I can think of is this is the base variant, and there are 2 others coming at least, like all the other medium ships we've seen before it. I like making a ship with a silhouette like that. Like think about what they did with the Apollo, right? They knew people liked the way it looked. We've clearly now got another variant coming. You're trying to tell me they made a ship that looked as cool as that, and it's a one-off? Fuck off. Don't believe me for a second.
So, bigger question. Why do we have 2 Clippers in the game?
No, there's 3 technically.
What's the third?
You've got the Aurora CL, the Zeus CL, and the Drake Clipper.
Oh, the Zeus has one. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay. I was deployed when that came out. Okay. Cool.
So I think the Clipper is the most Drakey ship that Drakey could possibly Drake.
So now you have to name yours the Drakey McDrake boat Drake ship or something like that.
I don't know if I'm gonna dislike the Clipper more or less than the C2, but it's gonna be close. And
oh man,
all of y'all know that I hate the C2.
The geometry of that ship is just such crap. Like, it's amazing to me how bad the geometry of that ship is. But I don't know. I'm a huge. I can't speak for you guys, but I'm assuming Firefly had some influence on your view of the verse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I view it like that. It wasn't a perfect ship, but it was our ship.
Right. And I think the design of the ship in Firefly, I think that is better than any starship design in any movie or show ever. I think that it's better than the Expanse ship. It is amazing.
That's high praise. Damn.
I mean, the Expanse ship is a close second, but
so are you melting?
No, you're a nerd.
Are you upgrading your 600i to a Perseus? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh no! I'm talking about the Firefly ship. I'm not talking about anything in Starship.
And I was getting excited there for a minute.
Oh God, no!
Ruined my dreams.
I mean, so Lemming, when the Carrack came out, did you have to debate whether or not the Caterpillar or the Carrack was your ship? Because those are both Firefly ships.
No, because the Caterpillar's Drake, and I think I think everybody here knows my feelings on Drake ships. I think that the Caterpillar is made for a different game. Trying to use it now is like pulling teeth.
Oh no, I think this is your long haul fucking trucker. I love it.
It's impossible to load. Oh God, it's.
We had a decent question in chat from Red Snare.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a reason why CIG stopped putting port and starboard lights on ships?
Because most people use left and right. I got no clue. Yeah, port and starboard lights.
That's actually a good question.
Oh my God, port and starboard lights.
Have
All
them.
right.
Planes have them. Ships have them. I don't know why we don't have them anymore.
Because honestly, they don't make sense. You're in space. There is no designation.
Yeah, but whenever you're docking, you obviously have to.
Oh, come on. At that point, it's way too late.
Port side. Because you got a port on the port side, you know?
You're either where you need to be or you're not.
Somebody on YouTube said that was an L take, and I just want you to know that I approved your message to actually go into chat because it got flagged. So.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry, say that again.
Somebody in YouTube said that my ship take was an L take,
okay.
and I approved the message because yeah.
All right, so here's my.
So I'm just reading a letter here from Tyler Wilkin that he put out to the community, to content creators and stuff like that, and he says, I've lost the line. Last but not least, keep an eye out for a referral bonus that's ... Let's just say this one's long awaited. What the fuck does he mean by that? Talk about being vague.
You know what I would say? I have a guess.
Go ahead.
I do too.
I would say a game package, like a basic game package for Star Citizen or Squadron 42. And I don't mean the one thing we haven't seen yet for Squadron 42 is we haven't seen the Game Pass or all those things. I think when we get closer and closer and closer, Squadron 42 is going to be like every other game that comes out now. It's going to be very cheap, and Star System will be very cheap, and you're going to just sell off of it. So my guess is like something that will add on to your ability to get entrance into the game to make money. Just an opinion.
I think it's gonna be an Atlas.
Ooh.
Because people have been asking for that ever since the Atlas came out.
But what would it be?
Oh no, an Argo ATLS.
No, I know that, but like we have multiple versions of it. So what would you get?
Just the base cargo one. That's just my opinion.
X Drazen, let's go.
I don't like Lemming's opinion. I don't like
Lemming is wrong.
That's awful. That's awful. I mean, okay, if they do that, I don't know. I feel like that's a softball pitch. That'd be cool.
The fact that my
Squadron 42 get like $40-$45 game package. Hey, you automatically get access to Squadron 42. I think that would be huge. I think that would bump up anybody who's been on the fence about getting a game pack. They get one more chance to get it,
So Drazen, like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to pile onto you, man, but like,
that's a good.
What if it was like, everybody that buys Squadron 42 in the next year gets Star Citizen free? Like, I don't know if that would work. I really don't in the current economy. I don't, but I do know that what has the momentum right now, Squadron 42 or Star Citizen?
So realistically, what we'd be talking about is Squadron 42 being re-added to the store. That's what you're essentially saying, yeah?
I mean, I have a bunch of legacy packs for freaking $25. You can get both games. So my view is like simply Chris understands you bring somebody across the finish line, they buy ships. And where's the money come from? It comes from ships. It doesn't come from Squadron 42.
I mean, I think if you give people the opportunity to, back the game, try it out now, IAE, and then their referral bonus is, hey, if you decide to buy Star Citizen, your minimum $40-$45 purchase, whatever, we're going to go ahead and give you Squadron for free when it comes out. And then I think that keeps people invested because they're going to try the game out. They'll probably get tired of it. Then Squadron comes out next year, and then they're back into it again. They realize they just have a starter ship. They've probably gotten to fly a number of ships in Squadron. Then they're going to be willing to open their wallets again. So I think you're buying goodwill if you include Squadron 42 in as a referral bonus, and not just now. Do it a couple times more before Squadron comes out.
So you bring up a really good point, which is open up your wallets again. So how close are we to the launch of the game? And what is the most amazing level of ships we've seen? The Perseus, right? So what would you want to do? You want to get people in game to try these amazing new ships. And, is there something there? Is there a drive for them to push Squadron with Star Citizen?
I mean, I always think that was the idea, right? Like when Squadron comes out, people who are not interested in the persistent universe at all, they're going to try Squadron. They're going to buy it for $40 or whatever. They're going to play it, and then at the end of it, it's going to be like, hey, did you enjoy your time in Squadron? Well, guess what? We have a whole persistent universe that you can play. As I see in the future, right now, okay. But in the future, I feel like Squadron is going to be a great segue into people opening their wallets to go into the PU.
So actually, Drazen, when did you join the community? Like what year?
Oh, like just 2019 on this game pack, but I backed back in 2016 on a account that I no longer have access to.
He hadn't even left the farm then. Now he's out and about in the big city.
Even older. All right, so X, you and I are like old school fucking fogies. We were dumb. We put a lot of money into a game that we dreamed for.
Look at this for an ETA. Hang on, wait. If it's going to take me over, hang on. Wait. If I can, wait. Bear with me. Nope. Come on. There we go. Look. Only 1 hour and 23 minutes. It was saying 5 hours a minute ago. 5 hours. But anyway, it seems to have done a character reset because now I've got to go through the queue again. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Do it. All right. So when we got into it, we were literally pledging for ships that may never even come into a hangar. And when they came into the hangar, what did we do? Just walk around them.
Yep.
Over and over.
Yep. That was the first thing.
yeah,
Like that doesn't even exist anymore. They've taken that whole thing out. And
it's crazy to me.
remember
The
when
firing
you
range.
used to have
Remember
to-
that? The dream of the firing range?
Yep. When the Grey Cat wasn't it? It was just called the Grey Cat.
God, the Grey Cat.
It was just called the Grey Cat back then, and now it's the Grey Cat.
That's all it was.
What's it now?
Is it the PTV?
PTV. Yeah, it didn't even have a name. I think back then. And then
We used
they
to drive around the hangar doing tricks.
and they put little ramps in that you could jump over and stuff like that. And then they put in the modules where you could actually spawn ships in different spots.
Oh, they put in posters.
Yep, posters. The Revel in York hangar. Like I haven't seen a Revel in York hangar in
the
5
fish
years.
tank. We would just watch the fish swim.
You can still bring the fish tank out, but
Why
at the
not?
but at the moment we have safe.
That was the game.
We have Safe Land and Aeroview, but we don't have Revel in York anywhere in game yet. So yeah, it's interesting.
So if Al was here, I mean, I think what he would say is like,
Shut up,
the game
execute.
has evolved. Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Right.
Actually, we're like, hey, give me a minute. But yeah, no, the game has come to a point where it's evolved to something we never thought we would see. So my real question is, okay, you have us, the guys that have spent way too much money, way too much time, like we're dedicated, we're making YouTube videos, we're sitting in on chats, like, and by the way, that comes to the guys that have come in a little bit later. You guys have been here forever. Lemming and Drazen, you know, I mean, like, I can't remember the game without you. So it's not like you're like we're ancient, you're sub-ancient. What is it, like crustacean to, not crustacean, different Jurassic, like different.
He's going senile.
Yeah, no, different like dinosaur periods. Anyways,
yeah.
I've lost the analogy. Anyways, the point is,
I heard lemming. What?
He's
we're
going
here now.
He's going senile. Don't worry about it. He's just ranting. Go ahead.
Oh no! I'm going somewhere. I'm definitely going.
He's channeling his inner Algrid and going on.
I think he's going to the retirement home right now.
Yeah, something like that. But
it's
yeah,
a conversation for another day.
Yeah, he's in the old straitjacket
for today. All right. So my point is, like, we need to bring in new players. Right.
Yep.
We have a brand new drive, new ships that are incredible. We have new incentives that are coming in. We know. What makes this game all right. So my previous question was going to be, what keeps people in the game? My new question is, what brings new people into the game? Like, we are here. We have ships. We have beautiful visuals. We have amazing vistas.
Can I say I think that's the wrong question.
I was asking them, not you, but okay.
Cheeky
mofo.
mofo.
Go ahead, butted.
Right. I think the question is what retains new players is the question I want to ask.
Content.
I don't agree.
That's
content
exactly
keeps players
right?
interested.
Because
it's
the new shinies have always brought people in, right?
But the new spaceships.
No, but that's not what people in. It's not what keeps them in. That they come in, they buy the ship, play for a couple of weeks, get annoyed, and piss off, right? But when there's more content, they stay. Like, look what happened this year. It was one of the most popular years they've ever had, and they essentially just had new missions every month. Then, as Jason said, it's new content, and then all of a sudden you add something that's actually genuinely new gameplay. So, say they bring out data running or the base building and stuff that we all know is coming down the pipe. Heaps more people are going to come in. And the closer we get to one.
About it.
Yeah, go ahead, Derzen.
Think about it, SA. Whenever, because we're all dinosaurs here. What gets us interested into booting up Star Citizen? Why is Execute booting up the game right now? 4.4 just dropped.
I mean, I love game too. I mean,
there's
I'm
new ships.
That's kissing.
You know, that's yeah. But obviously he's stuck in the queue. He's playing Q Citizen. But it's new stuff. It's new ships, new systems, new gameplay. Well, eventually the game's going to be fully feature complete. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. They're going to have to continue adding new missions, new story arcs, new systems. I have never felt more confident that we're going to be getting 20, 30, 40 plus star systems just because that's going to be how they're going to drive content.
I think we'll get all 100 eventually. I really do.
Eventually, yes.
Yeah.
And that is how they're going to keep people engaged.
Yep.
Magnus comes out. Great. Guess what? With the release of Magnus, we're redoing all the Drake ships and bringing them up to gold standard. We're putting out some new ones. Oh, now you can go in, play these new things, see a new system, buy some new ships. That's how I think they're going to retain and keep getting their money.
Someone's been called a suspicious user. Cloudy
Yeah,
Rust.
That's me.
I'm watching them. It's good.
I don't know why you're being called suspicious, but yeah, the
I mean,
just call you suspicious.
I'm very suspicious, so yeah.
Yeah.
Some would call me a lurker.
Yeah. Look,
a vocal lurker.
I would really hope that eventually they get the like, you know, the staggered development thing type of going, where almost every month they can bring out a new system.
Oh, they
you know
totally
what I mean?
will.
I'm not sure because of landing zones. Landing zones do take a bit of time, but if you can have those teams in place where that, you know, maybe there's 6 teams and they're really taking 6 months to do everyone, but they can stagger them out like that. That'd be just amazing. Like, imagine here's I don't need to think of a thing. Here's Castra and all the planets and the landing zone, and like that'd be mad. And then, you know, then the next month there's another one, and then another one, and then another one. Like you always gonna feel like there's something to do, and it's just growing and growing and growing, and it'll feel overwhelming.
All right, so Lemming is our pragmatist here. I want to hear his opinion. I really do.
Pragmatist.
He is. Oh my God.
Or what? I'm sorry.
You're our pragmatist.
Yeah, I know. But what you want my opinion on?
Your opinion on this development cycle, the same thing we're talking about right now.
I think that they have the capacity to do it, and I think right now they're having the question on whether or not they should.
So what else would they do?
I think that they can bake the patches for an extra month. So let them bake in PTU for a full month.
Yeah, I think that's. I think they've literally talked about doing that next year.
Yeah,
following the roll just ever so slightly. It was just a little bit too quick.
So like get things in your hands every month, and then let it bake for a month. Because I think the giving them like 2 weeks pretty much to get a new patch out to PTU and then 2 weeks in PTU. I don't think that's enough time. And I think that some patches this year have went out a little bit undercooked. And I think they don't want to do that next year.
This is a really important one. First time chatter, RatKing6 on Twitch says they are better off polishing the game a bit more to get rid of bugs and unstable gameplay. We are going to have Twitch drops and big streamers that are not really into the game and are going to show Star Citizens to thousands of new people. Now, these people are watching while it's buggy, and the streamers' nuclear PCs can't get over 50 FPS in some areas. That's not the way to grow a player base. See, you only get one chance to make a first impression, and if you make a bad first impression, I kind of agree with him there. Is it a little bit cart before the horse doing the Twitch drops?
No, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I agree.
My thing is though, Squadron.
Like, I'm sorry, this game has been around so long where people have been like, it's a fucking scam. You can't fly these ships, and all we have are how many fucking thousands, tens of thousands of hours of gameplay on the internet.
I don't think that is an appropriate example, because that's coming from a story developer who is known to put out good games. CIG hasn't put out shit. They don't have any goodwill. They don't have any goodwill.
Yep.
They don't have. I would equate it more to No Man's Sky, where you either showcase something good or you're going to be bending over for the community for years and years, even decades later.
Yep. And that's why
I would say
we're giving you this for free. Please forgive us. And it's like, hey, calm down. We've forgiven you. They're like, oh no, you know.
What No Man's Sky did as well. It iterated and got better and better and better, and that's essentially what Star Citizen's doing. I totally agree with you. Yeah. So.
I mean, I'm very vocal, so I'll jump in. Yeah, I think the commenter is actually right in a degree. Like, it's progress needs to be shown, but it has been shown. I think they don't realize that it has been shown as much as it has. So, I mean, we have a game right now, which I don't play a lot, but when I do play it, I'm always just mesmerized by it. In fact, I'm actually overwhelmed. And when it becomes the full game, when it has like every single system in it, I'm probably going to look at, you know, my significant other and be like, yeah, like I need to disappear for 24 hours. You know, there's just like so much I can do in this game. And, you know, like X, you're hugging your significant other right now. And I appreciate that you don't want to lose him, but you might lose him.
I'm going to lose him. I think he's going to die before me. Just saying.
Well, I mean, just in the game, like you're going to go away for a day and not even realize it's going to be a day. And that's every good game we've all ever played. And, you know, we're not there yet, but we are moving there way too quickly.
Yep. So another first-time chatter, Midnight Wolf SD says, I'm pseudo new to Twitch. I've been a YouTube guy forever, trying a bit more in preparation for the Twitch drops. How are we doing, Star Citizens? We're doing good. And I think that, again,
Twitch?
You know, a lot of the YouTube people, they were getting really annoyed that they were getting Twitch drops, but there's no YouTube drop. So they'll do the same thing if there was YouTube drops, but there just isn't. So
go Twitch drops, do it.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, all I can say is look what it's like today. What is it going to be like tomorrow? If I'm in here for a queue, now take a streamer with 2,000 people and he's going to sit here for an hour and a half to get in.
So that's why I think the patch went today prior to the to the drops happening, because I mean, random big streamer number 6 isn't gonna pay any attention if there aren't drops. So I think they wanted to get this out a day early.
Yeah. So what do we all know about Star Citizen? Like, I mean, we all know this, and it's as far as content creators, it's a dirty little secret that every content creator knows, is that if you're not actually doing something, you mean nothing, except for freaking egghead channels like this, which are just fucking dudes talking about bullshit, you know, in the game that we all care about because we've all invested in the game. So my advice to anybody coming to the game, especially new people, and this is a weird thing to say, don't worry about what you see on screen. Worry about the people that you're talking to.
Hang on.
That are giving you advice that you're asking questions of.
Hang on. So Sam V40AA says, I can't even update. It's locked in a download queue. I've never seen a download queue. Is that even a
download queue earlier?
What?
Yeah, I was earlier. I got through it, but like I can't even start the game right now. It's stuck in the last 99%.
Well, I mean, assuming CIG uses a content delivery network, which they almost certainly do. I don't know which one.
I mean, there's no other option.
Right. Well, I mean, they could host it, but they obviously don't. Those CDNs will limit how many connections that you could possibly have. This patch right now is bigger than Pyro.
Well, it's the most popular patch they've ever had. I mean, the only reason this would happen is that people want to play it.
And almost every patch that
they
comes
saw the Perseus, and they're all just
every patch that's ever come out, the very next one is popular than the last. It's just, and it's going to continue that way for a long time.
Which, you know, Chris, great fucking job. You know, Sandy, great job. You know, Disco Lando, great job. I fucking hate half your content. I love the other half. Great job. You guys are nailing it in a way. You could be better, but, you know, you've made a game that we all are very passionate about. And by the way, give everyone that works for you a raise and pat them on the back, because we're not doing it for you. We're doing it for them. Like they've made the game that we are passionate about.
I think you just destroyed any chance of you ever getting a job there.
So,
yeah, no, I'm definitely not getting a job there. I wish I would.
We need to hope that no large content creator decides to stream Star Citizen. Like you take a guy like Asmongold, a burnt peanut. You take someone like that.
Some at one G. Hang on. Some at one G's done it twice now. He's done it twice now. He'll do it again. And he was easily the biggest in the entire Star Citizen category when he did it both times.
No. So they'll dip their feet in, but it takes so long to play this game. Like it's the same thing with Star Wars Galaxies. It was the content creators way back in the day. So let me tell you, kids, about the way it used to be. No, they won't touch it because it takes too much time. The attention span isn't there. That's not to say they won't dip their toes in it to say, oh, this game, this, and do their reviews and whatever they're going to do.
I think.
But, yeah.
I think most of those bigger streamers are going to focus on probably Squadron 42 because that's a
You are
thing
right.
you can play through and kind of show off. Star
Because you can slide. And...
Yeah. No, well, not the sliding. It's a cinematic experience. It's a one-off. You know, you just kind of play it for 6 to 10, whatever, how long it's going to be, and you're done.
They're going to play Star Citizen as just like an overarching video that comes out of like, these are the things you should consider in gaming if you like these things, because it will get views. But the gameplay aspect of like that larger, the things that we all love, we're the nerds. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to disrespect anybody that could come into the fold. Please come into the fold. But like, you have to like punishing gameplay to play this.
Luna Maria's got a question there for you. So she says, what qualifies someone to be a pleb? Lol, is that the opposite of a whale?
Oh, a pleb is like, okay, so I was a whale once.
Is it?
And then I got rid of my account and became a pleb.
You want to talk about punishing gameplay? I don't know if you guys heard, but Tarkov just released to 1.0, and they did their Steam
Tarkov.
release. It is, but you're saying a punishing game. Tarkov is a punishing game.
No, punishing game is Hunt. That is the most punishing game you could ever play. Like, you literally spawn and get shot in the head.
Get the hell out of here. You get that happens in Tarkov too.
I mean, isn't Ark the same way?
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's extreme.
Ark's not as extreme as though too, but it can be punishing, yes. But
oh, it's very punishing, yes.
Yeah, I find Hunt and Tarkov are different for different reasons, but how do I put this?
Hunt has single file shot rifles. It takes you like 3 seconds to reload.
Yeah, because of the old school nature of Hunt, I find it's a more difficult game. That's how I'm trying to put it. I was trying to think of the words to put it. Because the guns are older, there's a you can fire a gun, and as soon as you miss, you go, I am dead, because you know it's going to take too long, and there's just nothing you can do. Where in Thing, it's like, oh, let's put another bullet. It doesn't have that same type of thing. You can kill yourself
Hunt with you guys at any time.
You can kill yourself in Hunt type of thing. You kind of can't do it so much in Tarkov.
Oh,
not to the same way, not the same depth that you can in Hunt.
All right, so I don't know if anybody here has heard of OnlyFans. Has anybody heard about that group?
OnlyFans, that was the WoW run. Yeah.
So there was hundreds of thousands of people watching OnlyFans players when OnlyFans did their last thing in Hardcore WoW. If you want to talk about freaking punishing gameplay, Hardcore WoW is the definition of hardcore gameplay. You could spend 80 hours leveling your character up, and then you lag a little bit and fall into the lava and die, and your character's permadead.
Yeah, but that's different. That's punishing gameplay, not hardcore gameplay, in my opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is that there's a difference between I played Hunt. I mean, I play Hunt mainly with a bow, which is just an absurd way to play high level Hunt, which X could tell you about.
He is very much a masochist. Yes, he is a masochist.
Yes, I have died with a knife in my hand trying to stab a grunt or whatever it's going to be. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not talking about punishing gameplay as the amount of time you put in it. I'm talking about everything goes right. There are 12 people in the match. You kill, 10 of them, because you're one of them, so you can't kill 11. You go for the 11th, you literally take your shot, you miss it, they kill you. So it's a different type of gameplay. I would love to play with you anytime. Because to me, I view the reason why I want to play Star Citizen is very similar to that. I want the gameplay that makes me feel like I've earned it. And I'm not saying I want to die in the middle of some space system doing something dumb. I'm just saying I want the reward that comes with hard effort, with developing skill. And I feel like we finally have that in a space sim. I think that's what we're all here.
I think we're trying to draw like similarities from other games. What kind of player base is it going to draw in? And then overarching to the last conversation, what kind of content creators can we see kind of shining a light on Star Citizen? And that's why I'm saying people like Shroud, people like Burnt Peanut. By the way, if you guys haven't heard of Burnt Peanut, I haven't seen him. Hilarious dude.
Yeah,
I love him. But, you know, the one thing that Star Citizen doesn't deliver is that immediate emergent gameplay. You know, it does take a while for things to happen. It is punishing and it's hard, but it's boring in the in-between.
I think you guys are coming a slightly wrong way. The real appeal for me of Star Citizen, besides all the games that you mentioned, like Hunt and Tarkon and all that, is there should be something in it for everyone. You know, not just like you've essentially been talking about combat, right? What about an industrial player? What about someone that wants to be a smuggler? What's someone that wants to be base building? I think it's the mass appeal to all these different types of players. And the best part about that is you might like this style of gameplay one day and get bored, or you want to change your pace. You can go over here and do a bunch of combat. You can. It's got a huge spectrum to what it appeals to.
But I don't think I don't think that draws views on Twitch.
No, I don't think it necessarily does. But like, say you are an industrial player, you can sit there and mine, or you can, you know, there's an audience for that. But then there'll be another streamer that can go off and do all the combat and FPS stuff, and you know what I mean? So if you get bored, you can literally go down another gameplay avenue and try something different. It's just, you know, there might be, let's say there's only 10 people in the category, but they could all be doing completely something different. That you can't, like, if I take, and I'm not going to pick on a game, but let's say Call of Duty, they're all essentially going to be doing exactly the same thing, right? Like, other than going at game modes, there's not really much difference, but they're all using a gun. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a massive differential there.
All right,
in the Star System, there's going to be a huge difference.
So roughly about 6 months ago, I had a couple of friends that, you know, are in Star Citizen, have me run them through basic battle drills. And these are guys that are Air Force. No disrespect to Air Force, Jason. Well, a little bit, but nothing in this conversation. So, like, you know, 2 of them were former security forces, and they were just like, we want to play this game, but we need to learn certain tactics to take a room. And all I did was run them through a base over and over again. And I'm bad at FPS with Star Citizen because I don't do it, because I have no interest in doing it. But I'm very good at FPS in a lot of games. So I ran them through, and by the end, they could take a room in less than 2 seconds. So I feel like when we're talking about Star Citizen, and this is like not me projecting, I'm purely not like adding mechanics. I hate the FPS combat in Star Citizen. What I'm saying is, with people that are experienced and people that can do something well, there are different career paths for everyone. Like John Citizen, he's going to be the best freaking miner, just being that lazy dude out in space, and he's going to make more money than anyone else. And I don't mean lazy as an insult. I mean just like low key, like no pressure. This is what I want to do. And me, I don't want to be that combat guy, but I'm probably going to be a combat advisor for an org and be like, like this is how we're going to take this spaceship, or this is how we're going to take this. With Drazen, like you'll be there with me because you understand those dynamics. You know, so I agree with what X is saying. I feel like we're going to hit different dynamics in different ways. And guess what? Like, I don't know what your main interest, Jason, is, but like mine is repair. It's not combat. Like, I will do it, but you know, I'm going to be flying my Crucible through the verse, just fixing chips.
I'm actually going to be Execute's personal housemaid for his base that he builds. So, yeah.
Not in that flannel.
That's a good way to die.
Not in that flannel. You are not. No way. Salmon
Are you
V.
a cat? Because that would fit perfectly.
Salmon V48.
Well, I would.
Salmon V48.
I would rep it in.
Hang on.
As a closer, hold on one second.
Kathari.
1 second. To tie it into the previous conversation, how do we kind of segue people in from like part of the game to another part of the game? I think it's Squadron for the big streamers to play, and then for people who are really captivated, they play it themselves. They go to the PU. You know, if obviously they bought that, they buy the PU, they buy a ship, they experience the content, they continue throwing money in the game through microtransactions or other ship purchases. Okay.
Ooh.
I think it could also burst some new streamers as well. But I want to read what Sammy V40 here says on Twitch. He says, I'm just wishing we were in 1.0 now. I'm just tired of wipes. It's been 13 years. I agree, but good things take time, and they've never had enough people to make this game. Like one of the things that really came out when me and Algrid went to CitizenCon was just they've just not had enough people, and a lot of it's training. Like you'll train someone up and then they'll get poached or stuff like that. But different skill levels and like not everyone can do one part of it. You can't just take a janitor and get him to build a rocket ship. It doesn't work that. You got to have the skill set to do the right job. Go ahead, Essay.
I have a different pushback. I mean, I'll be really honest with this person, and I don't mean this as an insult, and I didn't catch your name when X said it, so I apologize for that.
Sam V40AA.
I'm not going to say that again, but Sam, we didn't have, like, you're talking about like this many years ago. Did you have this game this many years ago? Could you go jump from system to system? Did this technology exist? Like, you are playing something. If you are playing, and granted, I don't play very much. X will tell you this. I'm very far between when I play. But what they've given us for the money we've spent is far beyond what I was ever expecting in technology and gameplay. I'm not saying they shouldn't have stopped and like focused on just getting the basics done. But that being said, we have so much more gameplay than we ever thought we would. Now, do they need to go further and what they promised and everything else? Yes. And by the way, I'm not a Chris fanboy of like, we should have designed this and we're going to design this and we do this. I thought Chris should have stopped the freaking creep, freaking 10 years ago. I think Chris is an amazing visionary.
Look, Essay. It'd be really hard for Chris to stop you as a creep. Like, you're just a really creepy guy, and it's just the vibe you give off. And
he is. He's a very creepy guy.
I mean, you, not him. But anyway, right. Keep going. Yeah.
No. I the funny thing to me is I agree with what you're basically saying, which is like he has a passion that I respect. I'm very much hey, let's get Star System 1.0 out, 1.0 out, and then do 2.0 and 3.0. And he's like, we're going 10.0 day one, Chris, like, really respect what you've done. I'm here. I'm freaking on a stream talking about this stuff. Clearly I care about what you're doing and I love it. But like, yeah, to me, and I've said this to you, X, it's systems before visuals. And he's the opposite. He's been visuals before systems every time.
But that's what I mean. Like, you can't just take, that's the thing with game development. Everything comes up and it kind of coalesces in that last 10%, right? But there'll be a guy doing the videos, there'll be a guy doing the animation, a guy doing the programming, and they're all working together at little bits across the piece, and they all kind of come up, and then one module complete. Kind of like how we've had dynamic server meshing. That's like one part of the puzzle. The next part is to make it dynamic. You've kind of seen it as little pieces have completed. The game's got better and better. Well, it's kind of like that, but we've essentially been building just the foundation, and now we're starting to build things like base building and the gameplay on top of it. And that's why you're going to see one gameplay come in and then another gameplay come in, because the gameplay team is only this many people, but the entire company is working on all these different things. And that's what I'm trying to get across, right? You can't just go, we've got 1,400 people and they're all working on one thing. Like Salty Mike says this all the time. It's just, they've got like 1,000 employees. Why don't they just put them all on this?
No, you can't do that.
And that's why I said that the janitor can't make a rocket engine, right? It's the same thing. You can't take an animator and make him a programmer. You can't take a 3D level artist and even get him to make models. They probably can technically do it, but look at it this way: there's a reason why that Perseus looks so good. Whoever the art people they brought in is just another level beyond what they had previously. I guarantee
think it's probably somebody's been there for a while.
No,
Like they get the design language.
well, again, we know Montreal's come on board. Like, there's a lot of really talented artists in Montreal, right? But again, when it's one ship, and let's just say, for example, I don't know how many people, but we know that they had 8 people on the Polaris, right? So let's say they took it up a notch and they had those same 8 people on the Perseus, but because it's smaller, they were able to get more done, right? So imagine it's 8 again. You see where I'm going? When you got 8 people on one model, you can, like at Inforunners, when we talk and speculate about things, I will pick up things that you miss and vice versa. It's the same thing. So, you know, John probably comes along to Ben and says, oh, Ben, you kind of screwed up this bit there, mate. If you fix this bit, and he fixes it, and then he does the same. You're all picking up slack with each other, and they're working together as a team. But not only that, you will also know, and Agrid will tell you this as well, as me and Agrid started out, we can finish each other's sentences now. But you go back like 8 years ago, we used to beat at his throats all the time, and now we get less and less.
I would say
like
about
that.
8 days, but yeah. 8 years is fine.
You get what I mean, right? Like the point is, like, it takes time to learn to work together as well, and that's taking time as well. So there's many moving pieces to this that's coalescing at the same time.
No, I'm not criticizing them developing the overall model. I get it. And I think Drazen might understand this as well. It's like when you run battle drills over and over and over again. I mean, Drazen, stop me if you don't agree.
Just stop him, Drazen. Drazen, just stop him, period.
The idea is you fail, but you have a drive to do it. And you're going to get better at it, and you have to get it down. And for me, with Chris's vision, it's not a criticism of his vision. Like, I love the expanse of what he's done. I want to play it. I do play it. It's the... I feel like Chris feels like he's been slighted and he has to prove a point. And the funny thing to me is he's already proved it.
He's a bit of a perfectionist. Like that's something that
it's not even being a perfectionist. It's like he sees a vision that we don't see. And I give him credit for that because I struggle to see it. He sees beyond what we see. And
yeah, I used to, to a point though, right? Like there's some things that he's wanted to do.
He created something,
and they've had to sit down and explain to him. Like the one I keep coming back to that a lot of people have told me about is how he wanted to make physicalized elevators everywhere. So they were going to literally model the inside of elevator shafts and all that type of stuff, and they had to sit him down and say, "Look how long this is going to take to do, and what is the benefit?" And the benefit.
But look at container streaming. Like my whole point is this. I don't disagree with what you're saying.
Yes, in some areas, no in others is what I'm saying. Yes.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
And, you know, the whole idea of his visionary, like the reason why I've always been like, you know, hey, Chris, fucking hire me. I'll show you military this, military that. Is because when I look at their animation sets, when they're doing their cap stuff, I'm like, yeah, wrong. But I realize he's moving so fast. Like he's looking at it as we have to break some eggs and we're going to get the best we can and we're going to do what we can do. I'm sure they had talented people doing that. But like I see his vision and I respect it more than probably any other vision that I've seen in video gaming. That all being said, I agree with some of the commenters previously in this stream and before this that have said, I want to be playing a game. And I wish there's a ton of gameplay. It's an amazing game to play when you play it. But to me, and you know this about me, it's not about the visuals. It's about the systems. Like I want to be playing scanning. I want to be playing engineering. I want to be playing these things. I wish he would have focused on that and then brought up the visuals, and he didn't. His vision was, I want to be stunned when I go into a system. And by the way, I am stunned every time I go into one of his systems.
I think
I just wish there was more meat to the meal.
Hang on. I think Ocean 911 summarizes up what you're trying to say anyway. He's saying, don't tell me about the pain, show me the baby.
Wow, dude, are you a freaking dad? That's a horrible thing to say.
No, I think it is. I think it is good. I think you think of any game that you've played. You know, you'll have games that tell you things, and you'll have games that show you things.
Yeah.
You know, and whenever you're telling someone, you kind of, that's very two-dimensional. But, you know, whenever you're showing it to them, that's something you can grasp, that's something you can see, something you can interact with. I think that has a lot more, there's a lot more player agency involved, I think. And I do agree with Essay. Yeah, it's, but I mean, hey, we can't complain about what has been, or I mean, we can't complain about the direction, but you know, it is what it is. Nothing's really going to change, right?
I see the Perseus right now, and Drazen, tell me this: when you saw the Perseus, were you not stunned with the level of where the gameplay is going?
Oh, 100%, because they're showing us. They're showing us. They're not telling us it's going to be a thing. They're showing us it is there, and I think that's a leap forward.
But on the other side of that, Drazen, is they told us what it was going to be, and now they've shown us what it's going to be. That's the other part of it too. Like, we're seeing that again and again.
Yeah.
Like these things that they talked about even 10 or more years ago coming to pass as well. And it's really funny. Like, early on, they got called liars a lot, and now the more and more time passes, it's like, well, hang on a minute, they did this that they were going to talk about, and this they were going to talk about.
When people call this a scam,
yeah,
I just laugh at him. Like, it's kind of funny. At the beginning of the game, I was like, it's not a scam. Like, Chris has a vision. And now I look at it and I'm just like, are you kidding me? He's delivered 10 times the game he ever promised. Like, in the alpha. The pre-alpha.
Yeah.
I've had so many amazing
development essentially
in this game.
Development pretty much restarted 3 times. You know, they when they got to 21 million at the Kickstarter, they increased the scope. And then when Frankfurt came on board and dropped Pubertal Planet on them, they restarted again as well. So you've had the initial plan, what they started actually working on, and then they restart. Well, that's why it was, what was it, Answer the Call 2016, 2017. And then they basically went, well, we've only got one chance to make a first impression. Let's do this instead. And so instead of it releasing that year, they basically went back and they've redone a lot of shit. And
it was when they tried to do planetary tech. Like, I remember that. I remember being mad because I was about to deploy, and I was like, dude, I'm deploying to the end of the world. Give me some game to play before I go.
Yeah.
And I was super freaking mad about it. And like, then the first time, like, we were in Stanton. Like, I mean, and I'm sure you remember this as well as I do. Taking off and going out of atmosphere was just revolutionary. It was one of the greatest moments of gaming I've ever had. And I don't care if it was attached to a game. I just remember thinking, like, I never thought I'd get this. And this guy is like pushing this, and I will back this till the end of my days.
And look at all the things that have come along the way too, like flying down to planets and all. Like,
my God!
And the other thing is, like, we sit here as people that have seen the journey all the way along. What's it going to be like for the guy that walks into the game for the first time, and it's just like, what about this?
Done that.
What about this? What about this? And I love going with new people, and it's just like watching a new puppy or, you know, a kid work for the first time or something like that. Like, it's really amazing to watch.
So if I could do anything in my career, what I would do is I would literally start a nonprofit that was, and this would be a worldwide thing, not just limited to the US, but Veterans for Star Citizen or whatever it would be. And all I would do is just take keys, you know, travel the country and or the world actually, and take keys for Star Citizen and give them to veterans. Because I've turned so many of my fellow veterans on a Star Citizen where they're just like, I've literally gone, and you know this, I've unmelted stuff and given it away to veterans on my own dime because I'm just like, experienced this. And they've done it and been addicted. Every single one.
I love the story about the when you finish, Ron, about that guy and just imagine me without the beard. That's one of the funniest stories. I love that story. But anyway, go ahead.
Which one?
The one where you were talking to the guy where you ended up giving him a ship, and he said, "Do you watch Inforunners?" And he said, "Now imagine me without the beard."
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
So this story is actually really hilarious. So like, he was literally, so I'm in the reserves now, which means I grow a beard, because one thing the Army teaches you is like, fuck you, I'm growing a beard if you're not paying me. So when I'm on the civilian side, I grow a beard, and then I go and I shave it. So we did this thing down at a base near where I live, where we're doing like technical stuff and coming back to a team house, to debrief and do stuff. We're playing games, and I'm playing on my laptop. Like, this is back in the day when you could play Star Citizen really well on a laptop. And I'm playing Star Citizen on my laptop, and he's like, and you literally. By the way, this is a guy on my team. He's the guy that I'm supposed to be mentoring, and he fucking hates me. Like, he just despises me. He's just like, oh yeah, you're a fucking dick and blah, 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 this. Like, I mean, like, he would say this stuff to my face. And when you're in this type of environment, like, you learn to work with those things. Like, you're developing somebody. You can't just be like, yeah, I'm going to fuck your life and let's, take you in front of somebody and punish you. You're just like, this guy's figuring out his legs. Cool. So I'm playing Star Citizen, and like literally we had ordered a pizza. It's in the kitchen behind me. And he goes, gets a slice of pizza, and then he walks behind me, and he like literally comes up behind my shoulder. He's like, are you playing Star Citizen? And I was like, yeah, man, I'm playing Star Citizen. He's like, huh. Yeah, like I just got into this game. I really like it. And I look at him and I'm like, oh, cool, dude. And I'm like, like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, like mining's my thing. And like, it's every military person, by the way, they very rarely play military. Like, it's their primary thing. It's always like, I'm going to be industrial. I'm going to build bases. Like, I'm going to like mine. It's never like, I'm going to go kill people. Like, yeah, no, dude. Like, we're cool with that.
Does that explain why Mrs. Tomato really loves killing things? Because she's like the housewife, so that's her.
Oh, dude, totally.
moment.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
100%. Like,
goes the other way.
Drazen is probably like me. He's like, I'm going to be an industrialist. Like,
yeah. Okay, I can see it though. No, well, so it's funny. Women going the other way. All right, continue the story. Sorry.
All right, so Drazen, jump in on like just validation anytime you want to.
Oh, I mean, I think for me, I still enjoy the military-esque side of Star Citizen, where I found a lot of joy in like commanding a ship. Where it's like I can now
but that's
take
not what you've
whatever
ever
experience
done in your real life.
But I've never done that. No, because I was E4 Mafia, so I never got the ability. I never got to.
They are military. I get to bust you around. Like he gets.
But I also get to like share any insights where I'm like, oh yeah, if you're clearing out a room, yeah, you should probably hide the room, throw a grenade in there. It's things like that where it's like,
and,
hey,
and
I'll
it's
impart
not
my
like it's
wisdom.
not fun. It's fun, but it's not like. You're like, why would I could do this in any other game? Like, it's just 100%. A weird.
It's not relaxing for you. I think that's what it is.
It's sometimes fun. I think Drazen would agree with this. There's sometimes you're like, oh yeah, we're going to kill this motherfucker. And like, then it's like the E4 Mafia coming to get you. It's a different,
So can you explain the E4 Mafia? I have literally no idea what you're talking about.
Drazen,
can you finish essay? Can you finish the story and then?
Oh yeah. Okay, then we'll go into the E4 Mafia. So, anyways, this guy, by the way, he's an E5, just got promoted, and he's a really good dude. I really liked him. He had a huge attitude, and we're sitting there, and he so oversees. He looks over my shoulder. He sees that I'm playing it, and like he's like, oh yeah, so Star Citizen like this, and I'm like, and I was like, yeah, I was a golden ticket, backer, and he was like. Really? And he sits next to me and he like gets down in the chair next to me. He's like, oh my God. Can you show me your account? And I show him all the like rewards I had and everything else. He's like, I can't believe, blah, 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 blah. I wish I would have found this game. I just started playing a year ago. This is something like this. And he tells me his org and does all this stuff. I'm like, okay, dude. Like, he's like, and he looks at me, gives you that look of like, I thought you were an asshole. You're not as big of an asshole as I thought. And then I look at him and I'm like literally that's like you could see it in his face. And I literally look at him and I'm like, hey bro.
Essay, can you wait like a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
An ad break came in and people were listening to your story and now they're watching an ad. So just give it.
Yeah, no worries. Tell me when it's done.
35 seconds.
Yep.
Waiting.
Just on a side note, for those that are not on Twitch, Stargate's coming back. They did a trailer on YouTube for Prime Video, but yeah, we're getting Stargate back. I was really excited about that.
How does it look though? Like I was a huge fan.
They haven't shown anything, but the original people that made the ones back in 1997 are coming back. So it's got like Brad, I think the main guy, Brad Wright, I think his name was, is coming back, and two other guys that were there. So
interesting.
Yeah, some of the original people. There are hints that they may even bring back some of the old cast. So I don't know if that's how it's going to go or who's coming back, but
okay.
There's a little little trailer on YouTube. All right, continue the story. We just talked about Stargate. We just talked about Stargate coming back. Why Twitch was on an ad. If you're wondering, now you're back Twitch. Continue the story.
All right, so I'm sitting, like, he sits down next to me and he's like looking over my shoulder, and like I pull up my original account, which X has seen, and it has like all the shit in it, and like, you know, like anybody that becomes addicted to this game, you're just like, oh, I've heard about this, like, you know, and he's looking over it, and the first thing I did, so this guy, he was a dick to me, but he was a good person, and in the military, the one thing you need to know is like it's kind of how it goes, like it just is. Teams develop over time. He was going to deploy with me as my what's called a Kenko. He didn't, but he went to Syria instead and did a deployment, which I totally respect. He volunteered to do it. He stood up. He's got a wife and a kid. Like, he did his duty, and I have a huge amount of respect. But I didn't do this because of that, because he did this after that. I go into my buyback. I throw in $35 and I buy him an original alpha game package and freaking gift it to him. And like, for somebody, and by the way, this is like 3 years ago. So for somebody who just comes into the game, if you don't know what that means, actually, X or Drazen or Lemming, explain what that means.
It basically means it comes with Squadron 42 and Star Citizen in one package, and it's like an original pack that they sold way back in the day.
Legacy Alpha, the visual guides, the music, like everything.
All those little things,
And, you know, and I upgraded it a little bit. I think I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. And, you know, he's like, thank you. And I'm like, no, man, like, fuck, like, we all want to do this for people, right? We all want to bring them that feeling. So, you know, I've done it multiple times where, like, I had a ton of, I mean, and X can explain this. We have a ton of, by the way, this is an LTI package. So for somebody that doesn't have LTI, your first, like, hey, man, like, here's an LTI pack with Alpha Legacy. Go, you know, do good things.
I actually think they make, when you make whatever the purchase you make of your first ship, it should always come with LTI. That should just be a thing they do from now on. But anyway.
Oh, I agree. I think the whole thing of, like, I mean, the worst part for me is when I did this, and I'm not trying to, like, you know, say the price matters, because I agree that I think they're asking a fair price for the game. I feel. But for that pack, I paid $35.
Yeah.
So for me to give it to him was like literally like, hey, man, you want to go have a few beers? Or am I going to give you a game that you're going to play for years and have a good time playing with that package? And there was no choice for me.
So this isn't on the same topic, but it is, just to show you how broke Star Citizen is right now, the store is down.
What? We are seeing a lot of firsts today. Yeah.
That is how broken the game is right now.
Oh, dude, if I saw that,
they are on it.
If I saw that Perseus for the first time, I'd be like, baby, those engines look spicy.
Right, Mr. Sorry. Mr. Sorry, because you haven't got a good party yet. You haven't got a good party yet.
All right, so anyways, I give it to him, and, you know, we did this this training, and, like, he was amazing because he's a good dude. And, you know, like, he comes to me later and he's like, yeah, man, I really do appreciate that. Like, I love this game. I play with my guild. They're super jealous what I got, like, you know, all these things. And I'm like, dude, all I care about is meeting someone else that has the same passion I have. And we're dumb enough to fucking, you know, enlist in the military and, you know, go through all the things we went through to get to where we're at. So yeah, like, I'm happy to give this to you. And, you know, to this day, he still plays. He did friend me, like, in the system, so I see him on once in a while. But, like, I don't play nearly as much as he does. And honestly, like, seeing him play makes me happy. There's a dude out there that, like, and by the way, he's a fucking ground pounder, you know, freaking door kicker. Like, he's not the dude who's going to go out there and freaking, like, you know, mine. What does he do? I'm pretty sure he's a miner. I'm pretty sure he's Star Citizen. He's like, yeah, if you need me to kick in a door, I will, which is my whole view. My whole view is like I'm that dude in the end of the bar. If you ever see me in the game, you see SA and he's sitting at the end of the bar, approach him and just be like, I need to take a base. And I'd be like, how many credits you got? Like, literally, it's just like, I will help you plan the whole thing. I will help you arrange it. I just have no interest in doing that as my primary job.
What about the part where he was watching Inforunners? You haven't taught. You haven't.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Oh my God. So okay, so he does this. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot this part. So same night we're doing this stuff, and he's like, "Hey man, it was the same story. Actually, it is
the same story.
Kind of personal, but I'll do this.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell it." So he says to me, he's like, "Hey man, I can't believe you would do this," and like the same thing I just said, and I was like, "Hey man, look at my face." And I was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You ever watch the Inforunners?" And he's like, "Yeah, I watch the Inforunners." Like and by the way, like there's a little more to this. Like he just started watching them at the time. Like it wasn't like he was like a super big watcher. And I'm like, "Can you imagine me with a beard?" And he looks at me and he's like, "Holy shit." like this is a dude that like is it like literally I've been serving with, and he's never seen me with a beard because we've been in garrison. I've been shaving it off every time I see him. So like he sees me with a beard and he's like, it literally looks at me and like has this blank stare in his face, like completely blank. And the first thing he asked me is like, so he processes it for a bit. We don't have this conversation immediately. We eat pizza, do a bunch of stuff, and then he comes back. And we've had a little bit of bourbon, and he's like, "Do you know Algrid?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know Algrid." And he's like, "Do you know X?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know X." And he's like, "I'm like, I've been on their freaking channel, man. Of course I know these guys." And like, he's like, "Wow." I'm like, "Dude, these are like minor YouTubers. How are you in this impressed?" And like, that's like a huge like credit to what these guys are doing and to what Star Citizen is, man. People have that kind of passion. But like him, like not recognizing me, and I'm like, "Dude, we're about to deploy and we're about to grow beards. So you don't know who I am? Like you have no idea who I am?" Yeah, that was kind of funny. You don't find the story as funny as you used to, but okay.
No. Well, I just remember it's like you told us because I remember you saying that he was like watching Inforunners, and then or he asked you if you watched Inforunners, and then you kind of turned around and said, you said, "Have you ever watched one of their command and control episodes?" And then he goes, "Yeah, it's one of my favorites." And they go, "Now imagine me without the beard." So you told it different to me.
I think that was actually what happened. Yeah. It's been a while, man. It's been a few years, but yeah.
Well, like, you'll have to come and introduce him to me and Algrid at some point. We'll hang out
I
with
will.
him for a bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't talked to him in a few years, but yeah, I definitely will reach out to him. He's a huge like fan, and he's like actually, he's huge into the game. Like he plays what I wish I played as much as he did. I really do.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a good dude. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like there's so many people that I've gamed with that I just don't talk to anymore, which is kind of, I mean, I don't want to say
it's life.
It is. It is. Yeah. And like, I just
real quick, because there's a few people asking in chat, ignore the ETA number on this queue. Just look at the number. The ETA is arbitrary. So yeah, just look at the number. We are going down, be it very, very slowly.
I do want to ask a question to people watching, which is how to put this. And Drazen and Lemming jump in too, because I don't want X jumping into this. I just want people like us that like have been kind of brought into the fold. Because I think X kind of brought the channel to where it is and brought an Algrid and like, you know, kind of built it. Like to people just in chat, like, why are you watching? Like, why do you care? Because I know it's not
it's not my riveting personality.
Because I like being lulled to sleep by a beautiful Aussie voice. I mean, come on.
And all the shit I give you about flannel. Yeah.
No, because like this community is very unique, and like I know why I'm here. I'm here because I've met a community that like I love talking to. Like I can't tell you how many people in chat have like hit me up on the side and like asked me questions and like started dialogues that like I've really appreciated. You know, like there's probably, you know, not to get into the weird part of it, but like there are people here in the chat that I've like given advice on like my own views of like military ships, which X doesn't share. There are people that
I would totally agree with you doing that. By the same token, I think more views is a better thing, not a worse thing. So I freely encourage that.
I called X out earlier today. And by the way, every single person, I just proved X wrong. Just anybody listening. He owns a Perseus.
Of course I own a Perseus. What are you talking about?
And who's like, you shouldn't buy military ships?
I don't know. Who said that?
I'm pretty sure it's you shouldn't buy fighters.
Oh, you stabbed me in the back, Lemming.
You stupid fuck. I knew what it was. I was just waiting for you to figure it out.
I definitely don't have a Perseus. I don't know why you're assuming that I have a Perseus. That's just crazy. I definitely
no.
have
So
a Perseus.
I agree with the Inforunners view of don't buy military ships, which they do say, by the way, don't buy military ships.
Yeah.
Spend money on them. It is true. Like if you're going to earn money in game, get industrial ships, like do it that way. But
they watched me for my back scratcher techniques. Is first time Shadow said. Another first time Shadow said, I wonder how. Sorry, Commander Dr. Beto says, I wonder how will CIG support free fly next week if their regular gamers can't get into the game. Yeah, it is very worrying, but it just does show the draw of that new ship. There is a lot of hype. Sorry to cut you off. But yeah, I'm just trying to reply to people as they say stuff. Hang on, another one here I missed. Vesta Drake, have you been in queue for the whole 2+ hours?
No.
It'd be about 50 minutes, I think we've been in queue. About 50 minutes. It's been a pretty long time. I went to land the Perseus into a hangar and it just went to reposition me and bugged out. And yeah. The cookie crumbles. So yeah. Sorry, I say you were saying. Sorry. I guess you just wanted to hear feedback from people on why they watch. Is that the short version?
Pretty much. Like, I mean, like we're all here for a reason, and or you my belief personally, like I'll even throw this out there. I believe that if you want to buy Perseus, that's amazing, and you can make money with the Perseus, and you should spend your money on the thing that you want to do. And I've been trying to convince X for years that Inforunners should have that position.
That's kind of the position we have. You should be able to buy any ship that you want to buy, but when we recommend things, they are usually from the base recommendation to a general audience, and we generally recommend things on the best value for money. So if we and we even talk about breaking our own rules, right? But we talk about is like, if you want the best value for money, you should get a capital ship and essentially earn down, because it essentially gives you all the ships below it, right?
I don't agree. I definitely don't agree with the capital ship thing. I agree with like the sub-capital, the ape crew, but...
So, and Orion's a capital that has 8 crew.
It doesn't. I mean, we all know that's going to change. I mean, it does currently on paper, but it's in the Matrix of Lies. Come on.
I'm pretty sure if I said, what about the Reclaimer? It's got 5 and it's a capital, and it's in game.
Yeah, and that's going to change too. Like we're talking about, like.
Do you want to give me more examples, or are you just going to keep calling bullshit? The point is, like, most people, when you sit down and explain it through, and you go through all the things, and you answer all their questions, you only have to look at other games. If you are like at a high level and you go to a low level area. Like in World of Warcraft, if you're level 60 and you go into a level 20 area, you're literally like knocking all the stuff over. Taking a really big ship into another area essentially is volume. Like, so if you look at the cargo capacity on a Reclaimer, you literally need 16 vultures to get to the same cargo capacity as a Reclaimer. Yet the price of the Reclaimer currently is only 2.5 vultures. So you can see the value there.
Oh, I agree with that.
Right? Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not about, it's literally just the value proposition is what we're talking about, right? But if you want to go hang on, if you want to go buy a vulture, you go buy a vulture. But when you're trying to think about it, so when you're trying to give generalized advice and you don't know what the other person on the other end wants to do, their passions, and that's where Fix My Fleet came along from. But to customize it down to that one person, exactly what they want, and and that's why it's always different when we do a Fix My Fleet. So generalized advice, so you can basically follow the rules. And if you look at the different things we've been trying to teach people, you can essentially look at the things that we've taught and tailor it to yourself. That's why there's a lot less Fix My Fleets now, because people can actually look at the Fix My Fleet episodes and figure shit out for themselves. It was essentially taking what we'd learned through mistakes and teaching it to other people. so they didn't make the same mistakes.
So my only pushback on that. So first of all, I love the Fix My Fleet. Like I believe in it. I agree with the industrial ship approach. My favorite ship is the Crucible. That being said, I think there's also, for people that don't want to do industrial work, I feel like there's a way to incorporate combat fleets into that. And you know this. I mean, we've talked about this previously, so it's not like I'm like surprising you. So I feel like even though they're overpriced.
Yes.
All the combat fleets are.
Yes.
And I don't believe in fighters. We both agree on that.
Yes.
I feel like ships like the Perseus will have a very unique price value point. The Hammerhead.
Look, I can
a little less.
I can nip this in the butt, right? Really quickly.
Do it.
When you look at a combat ship, they have more outgoings than they've got a cost to running them, right? So a ship like an Orion doesn't have the same running costs as, say, a ship of like let's say just a Polaris for argument's sake, right?
Orion might be a little more expensive.
You can still,
in my opinion,
you can still make money in a capital ship, but not at the same dollar amount that you'd probably make in an Orion, right? That's what we've always been getting at. So when you talk about best value, the combat ships just fall out of that range, right? But by the same token, I'd pretty much say it goes industrial capitals, combat capitals, and then everything else kind of goes below that, and they start to fall out. So again, when you also add in that, like let's take the Perseus, right? The Perseus is essentially the same size as a Caterpillar and a Starfarer, and they're like half the price of a Perseus. Plus, they're probably going to make more money than the Perseus.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So that's why we drop them out, because they just if you're trying to make something simple that's already hard to explain, you try to take out outliers. Because if I've got to explain this, and this, just to explain this, you've already lost everyone. So you've got to narrow it down. And I learned this. My mum's a teacher, right? And so I learned this from my mother, how to teach people how to do things, right? And I guarantee if I brought my mum on here, she'd drive you all nuts, but she would tell you simple. Well, it's one of the things that my mum finds really interesting about Agrid. Agrid's very detailed and likes to spell everything out. But she's always saying, as a teacher, he should be trying to summarize and make it all heap simpler. But I've also learned to appreciate Agrid because I know there's people that do like it spelled out really complicated. So you have both of us trying to teach you different methods, and hopefully you find one that you like and you kind of resonate with. So yeah. I've probably lost half the audience with that ramble. Anyway.
You almost lost me there.
All right, sorry.
Run, Drazen, run.
I have nothing to add to that.
I felt personally attacked. I had to defend myself.
So you were.
Oh, man.
So there's one thing that I want to add to this. So I think that when you're doing a Fix My Fleet, if the person is going to have like 2 or 3 ships, it's much better in the long run for them to have ships that are going to make money rather than drain money.
Oh.
But
how many FMFs have you done where people have followed your suggestions to a T?
I would say more. I would say not exactly. They don't always follow it to a T, but I would say they honestly
consider it.
I would say more follow than don't follow. Like if it was a 50-50 black and white, I would say a lot. Like I'd say 75% follow. And that, but there's gray areas, right? And it might be just one ship they don't agree with, right? But a lot of the time, you'll notice in the episodes, as we learned a lot as we went through the Fix My Fleets on how to do it as well. So you'll notice as we were in some of the middle ones, the later ones, would say, so what are you thinking now? We've talked about everything. What are you expecting to do? And they would almost never completely do exactly what we said, but that's what it's about. It's about them learning and customizing it to their needs, right? So it was, and that was valuable feedback for us because eventually you're doing this to a stranger, right? So if I was to sit down with Drazen and Drazen's brother or sister or whatever, his person that he's playing the game with, Drazen's going to know a lot more about them from a personal connection that me and Algrid would ever have, right? So I would want Drazen to be there because Drazen knows things that I will never know, right? And he can go, maybe go this way a bit more and stuff like that. Because I could recommend something pink, and Drazen goes, well, this person hates pink, they prefer blue, right? So it's that little analogy I'm trying to say. Like, so people that are close to you will always be better at doing it than that are strangers, right? It's just it's how life works, right? So we're never going to get it 100%. We have got it 100%, but we shouldn't be getting it 100% all the time. It just shouldn't be that way if we're doing our job correctly.
Real quick, there's a commenter on YouTube that said, my brain hurts after all that. You are lucky. You are very lucky that just your brain hurts.
All right. SA pulls the worst out of me. I'll just leave it at that.
And I enjoy every second. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Lemming was saying something. Go ahead.
Yeah. So about fix my fleet and like building a fleet. So I think you need to have money makers rather than money drainers. But like when you have a few good money makers, I think that when the fixed my fleets happen, a little bit more leeway towards large combat ships happens once you have a couple.
Agreed. My own
money-making ships. Yeah.
My own fleet's like that. I started out with all the industrial ones, and SA asked me at the start of the day, he goes, oh, even you own a Perseus? Like, he was surprised. And I said, yeah, you've had that effect on me. Like, I got a Perseus now, I got a Polaris, I got a Paladin, I got a Redeemer, and before that, I didn't really have any. But, like, just talking to SA, you would know this too, Lemon, because it's happened to you. Every Inforunner has influenced another Inforunner somehow. Because by talking and learning, we all are developing, and again, as I've always kind of say, it's that search for the truth. It's not about being perfect. It's about trying to get to the best thing for everybody, and that's all I've ever been trying to do. I've never enjoyed leading like Inforunners, like even with you mods, for example. I give you guys full autonomy. Like I do not want to lead a revolution, so to speak. I just want everyone to get to where they're going, and I just like helping people. And Algrid's the same.
I'm not a mod, but I can speak to that. Like, X can be a complete another dick the way that he communicates. I can definitely be that way, by the way.
I absolutely can.
But that being said, he doesn't judge or try to influence people to do things. I mean, he has his arguing moments, and those are just his passion. So just so you know. By the way, I need to say there are a couple of responses in YouTube. First of all, Ocean 911, yes, large industrial ships. Dark-Sided Gamer, he says, I'm going to get a little more into this one. You aren't experts, so you can't give advice. You just give opinions, telling people to do it your way, in my opinion. You're 100% right. Nobody hears.
No, I don't agree with that, because we give generalized advice and we tell you to do what you want. How is that telling you what? How is he?
It's an opinion. Generalized advice is an opinion. Like, you're giving an educated opinion, but it's still an opinion. Like, we don't know what a Crucible can do. We're just telling you that it's more than likely going to make more money than a vast majority of ships out there.
No, he's literally saying you should give opinions, telling people to do it your way. That's an insult. He's literally saying do what we say.
You just give opinions. He's telling us that we give our opinions. We are just giving opinions, in my view.
Oh, I read that as a negative. You're reading that as a positive. I'm reading that as a negative. The way he's written it sounds negative.
Just the way it's written.
Yeah.
And then there's the E4 Mafia. Drazen, will you please inform this fine community member what E4 Mafia is?
Wait, but the first rule of E4 Mafia is we don't talk about E4 Mafia.
That is so untrue.
I agree.
E4 Mafia adores the E4 Mafia.
So Exor in Twitch, I agree with 100%. It says if an Aussie is nice to you, they don't like you. That's pretty much it.
That is 100% correct. Yeah. And by the way, I worked with Aussies for years.
Okay, so give me just a second here. So I went and asked Google, what's the difference between advice and an opinion? Advice is guidance based on experience and knowledge, while opinion is a personal view that may not be grounded in facts. Based on that definition, we certainly give advice.
Oh my God, you're giving people opinions on Star Citizen. There is no facts involved in Star Citizen.
No, I think it's advice, because we don't want people. We don't want to tell people what to do. We just want to say this is what we've done, or this is what we recommend. No. It's 100% advice. It's not well, maybe we give some opinions as well, but I'm talking specifically on what to do with fleets. Right? Like you've only got to watch an episode of Fix My Fleet. We do not say you must do this. We'll even say things like, "Well, this is what I would do," or "This is what we recommend you do." And then when at the end we go,
"You and Albert are a little.
What would you like to do? What are you going to do?
My only complaint, and you and I have talked about this, is I wanted to do an episode with you and I and Algrid that was Fix My Military Fleet, which was just about like looking at the value of military ships. Like if somebody didn't want to do anything industrial and just wanted that done, where I'm like giving my advice of like, here's the most effective ships. And you and I have had these conversations with drop ships and like different things. Like, what do you want to do? What does your org want to do?
You just don't like it when I say no to your crap ideas. That's what this is.
No, it could be a crap idea. The main thing was like you and I have talked about drop ships for how many freaking hours? Like the different value of them.
Too many.
Like, well, I mean, some of them have real value, but it's only if you want to do certain things. And that was my only pushback, was that military ships have value in fleets if that's all you want to do.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that industrial ships will make more money and worth more money in the verse. I'm just saying that if you have no desire to do mining, don't buy a mining ship.
Yeah. No.
Yes. So I've never been part of a Fix My Fleet that the person did not express interest in mining and then were recommended an Orion. It just hasn't ever happened. It hasn't happened. Like, and I've been to a lot of Fix My Fleets. I haven't been on video for them, but I've
John
been
Citizen
for a
has
lot of
Orion.
them.
He does have an
I
Orion.
asked him.
He does.
I asked him point blank, like, do you want to like pilot a crew in Orion? He's like, no, I just want to go do my own thing. He may own Orion. Like he and I have not again. Granted,
we
I asked him as a.
But we recommended that to him because it then gave him one capital he could earn down to anything he wanted. Right? He really wanted a mining ship, and we also said, think about how quickly you can then go earn a prospector and a mole. And I said, and guess what? Guess what the loaners are for it at the moment. He sees the value. So he sees the value of the Orion, and he's always playing with other people, right? So he will use that Orion.
So that's the value to me.
Yeah.
Like I see John. I don't think he realizes this yet, but like there's going to be a moment where like he's going to have like 12 people that are just like, John, 100%. Can we go mining? Can you show us your stuff?
Yeah, John, like I'm. Anyone that I know really wants friendly people to play with, send him to John, right? Because John is just
I love him because like I don't have to give you shit; he gives it to you for me.
He's so patient with people, though. Right? He's way patient than I would ever be, and especially in this week, like of AI, you guys know that have been around a while. I lose it. Like the mental strain and the sleep deprivation. Even today, I've had one day of bad sleep, and I'm already feeling shit, right? But what I get like after 10 days. Like I am ready to rip your guys' heads off. Like I just turn into a savage beast. And I've had people come in and just say the one wrong thing, and they've never heard me talk to them before, and I just bite their head off. You've been there, you've seen it. I lose who I normally am in this week because I just get sleep deprived, right? But that's not me who I am normally. Anyway.
So those of you that don't know what that's like, because I've seen this for many years, unfortunately, with X and Algrid, IAE for them is like Twitch drops, but like nonstop. Like the amount of prep that they have to do to get it right is a lot of work. So if they are fucking dicks, try to give them a little bit of grace. But yeah, if you don't want to, I mean, that's your call. I mean, they are dicks and regardless, so it doesn't really matter. But they're not trying to be dicks. They're just really tired because it's a lot of work.
Drops should be enabled. I don't know if but it's the 20th for us, Sandgroper, but it's not the 20th until tomorrow.
Sorry, there was a different.
They start tomorrow, Sandgroper. He's asking
I
about.
was referring to like streaming.
But Sandgroper asked question. I wonder if the drops are actually enabled. No, they won't start until tomorrow because we're in down under, so we're a day ahead. They're just slow in America. They're always trying to catch up to us. We're the popular people. They're trying to, catch up to us. It's so far behind. They're back in time. I just don't get it. But anyway, right.
Real quick, E4 Mafia. So there are a couple of further follow-on questions. Somebody said it's rank. It's not rank. It's grade. So E4 is a grade in the U.S. military in enlisted ranks. E4 enlisted 4, enlisted 5. There's E5. That's an NCO. You go up to E9. When we say the E4 Mafia are the people that really run the military. As an NCO, I can say that without any doubt. They're the people that you go to and you're like, hey, man, we're missing a wheel on our vehicle. And they're like, so you want me to find a wheel? And you're like, no, man, I just want you to find the wheel we're missing. It's like, so if I find a wheel, it was missing, right? And you're like, yeah, no, man, find the wheel that we're missing. And he's like, so you want a wheel? And you're just like, yeah, man, just go find me a wheel. And they just disappear and do what needs to be done. And that's why they're the E4 Mafia. You would negotiate with them. You don't actually direct them. And Drazen, am I wrong?
Yes, essentially,
you are always wrong. You're always wrong.
In layman's terms, you know enough about your job to be dangerous.
Oh no,
you don't have the rank or grade to actually instruct people around, and that is a very
you have all the knowledge because the people above you in rank have had to forget what they knew to do the new thing they're doing, but they know that you know what you're doing. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Like, I mean. It's a hard thing. That's why I'm a team sergeant. Like, I will never not be a team sergeant. I have no desire to go into command sergeant ranks because, like, I'm at a certain rank. I have plenty of, I'll be fine in retirement, all that stuff. I have no desire to babysit people. However, funny enough, I babysit E4s and E5s all the time because my job is to be like, are you going to go to jail? And their job is to be like, do you want me to go to jail? And I'm like, no, I don't want you to go to jail. Okay, then I won't go to jail. Like, thanks. I appreciate that.
That's the strangest conversation that I think I've ever heard in my life.
Yep.
Drazen, am I wrong?
There's like a 10-minute intermission between X asking the question to him eventually circling back to me to answer.
And I thought Argood was long-winded. Holy fucking shit. Right. Right. By the time this stream ends, this queue, we'll probably just call it, and this will be the Q stream. The way this is going, we actually are at a 3-hour mark, by the way. I was going to call it around 3 hours, so
I'm going to change the title.
The Q stream. Come join with me. Come join the fly with me. Well, I just thought come fly
with me.
Oh, I like the Frank Sinatra songs. So I was like, come fly with me. I just thought it was cool. But anyway, right. But yeah, we did get to see the Perseus earlier. It was pretty cool. I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to say? Because I do want to kind of get some food. It's 1 p.m. here. I haven't had breakfast. I've been up since midnight, so I've been up like 13 hours now. Or no, actually, it wasn't midnight. It was 4:30. I got up. So hang on. I mean, 9 hours, but I'm still hungry. I already have
some Tex-Mex and a margarita in me, so I'm cruising for a bruising right now.
Yep, that'd be great when it comes out. Thanks for the visual. Woo! Right. Yeah. So I want to go get some food. Algrid. Tomorrow. What's tomorrow? So who's on the schedule for the first day? Lemming, I know you can get access to Discord. So can you tell me who's on the schedule? It's Space Tomato and Algrid, is it?
I think it's Space Tomato and Algrid and me, I think.
Oh, and you? Yep. And then I think the second day Astro's also not there, so it'll be Algrid and you if you come. And I've just told Lemming he's going to open an invitation. And then I know Astro's coming every day after the third day. He's literally signed up for every single day. So me and Astro will be doing all of them. And Lemming, as I told you, you're more than welcome to come along. If one of you two boys want to come along for the military stuff, you're invited. Anything that's not military, you can just fuck off. I got no interest. No, but no, seriously, you're more than welcome to join the pair of you.
Just reach out. Yeah, if you need the body, I just don't want to be the extra voice that you don't need.
It's like, as I said, like you guys have a military background that I will never ever hope to not hope, that's not the right word, but like I would hope to have that knowledge, but I just can't contain it. You know, that your life experiences are just something that I will never ever go through. Right? I live at the arse end of the world on this little island, and you guys live at, you know, big bad North America.
Yeah, not really my point. My point is like if you need the words, like if you have the questions, you know, by all means, invite either one of us. I'm sure we both can answer as best we can.
What I'm hearing, Drazen, is if I need silent airfield, I bring essays so we can fill the dead air with sound. Is that what he's saying? Yeah. Okay. That's what.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. That's what I have Algrid for, though. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
He's not going to be happy with the time you're doing this.
No. Well. What do you mean? The time? Well, no, he's getting up. He's getting up to do it. He knows he's got to get up at like what is it, 3 a.m. for us. So he knows. He's done enough times now. So he'll.
Actually, that's a military experience right there. Getting up at 3 a.m. to do bullshit.
Hey, here, I'll pitch this live on the stream for you, X. How about towards the end of IAE, maybe 29th or the 30th or something, we do like a military tactical recap of the show.
Ooh.
What about a command and control on the Perseus? Just saying.
Wow, that'd be juicy.
We could loop it into that too. We could like combine it. You know?
Well, I'm looking at.
I think the recap is a really good idea. That's because we have a lot of military ships coming in for an IA, not an Invictus.
And after the 28th, 29th, which is Aegis Day, we'll be done with all the military ships.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what I'm toying with is because of the drops, right? Is streaming like it's behind the scenes though. So like I'll just jump on and start streaming, and we can record the episodes while we're streaming it. And you'll see me make the thumbnails or any of that stuff that I do. It'll all be behind the scenes. And sorry, someone knocked on my window. Anyway, it's weird. Anyway, but yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
He's found me. Right. But yeah, so it allowed
There's
me
like
to
3 people in Tasmania. I mean, you're not hard to find.
It's about 500,000, but yeah, close enough. But long story short, go all behind the scenes, go through all the shows and stuff like that, and just kind of, at least on the very first day, so I can get like 4 hours out so people can get their Twitch drops that want to get them and stuff like that. Look, we're in just as we're ending.
Whoa.
Invalid files.
Yeah.
I just got invalid files. Like,
all
right. Reload everything.
I have to run, but have a good stream, y'all.
Yep, we'll do. You take care, Lemming. I'll probably see you tomorrow.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah. And you know what's going to happen now? We're still not going to load in. I just know it. It's going to do the same thing it's been doing every other time. I bet you any money.
Man, get some rest. You got a long week coming up. Get some rest.
Yeah, it's okay, but I still got to stay awake for another 5 or 6 hours from now. So, 5 hours before I go to sleep again.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be on, I'll lurk with you a little bit longer, but I definitely got to get some rest in about an hour or 2 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to get a little bit of bite to eat because I've eaten. I've not had the luxury of the meal that Drazen's had, so I need to get a little bit of food. So I'm going to. Have you gotten food, X?
No, but the entity count's going higher, so it is working, by the way. And I can hear the sound just changed. The hanger's coming in. Watch.
All right, well, I got some cold pizza, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Cool. All right, let's end. We've got 5 minutes left on the stream, so we can end.
Yeah, there you
Bring
go.
it back. Right. But yeah, we'll pull this back out, and I'll go over it with you, Jason, when I got you here, and
sure.
Just know what you think.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
Turn that off too.
I think they eventually, the settled size for this is roughly Hammerhead, right?
Yeah, 101 meters when we measured it with Grim and VMXO yesterday, but I reckon it's really just going to be the 100 meters, allowing for error.
Yeah.
1 meter's an error. But yeah, the original plan was 100, and I think it's pretty much come straight out at bang on. So, yeah.
Wow.
But they're definitely looking at monetizing the fuck out of this thing because there's more skins for this than I've ever seen before. 15 skins.
That's insane. God. We have some ships that don't even have 15 skins, period.
Well, like, I think a lot of ships don't have skins.
A lot of ships.
You know, most skins have 5, let alone 15. You know, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not really a fan of many of them. And I think the other thing that's really annoying me is, like with the Paladin, you know, like the cloud paint, they make one that's just slightly different to it and sell that. And it really
well,
annoys
it's
me.
frustrating too. Like I have the F8. You know, I think we've gotten a grand total of what? I mean, besides the pay money, get skin. So, well, that's not even a skin; it's just a whole ship. I mean, we have like what 3 skins now for the F8.
Yeah.
Massively popular ship. It's and you honestly probably
And
miss out on one skin if you don't buy the ship at the start.
I don't think that's as popular as you think it is, and I think it's because of the cost, and I think it's also because you had to do the golden ticket thing. But keep going.
I think it's Well, yeah, I won't. We'll just get into a different conversation about the F8.
See what I mean about the font though? Like that's it, and I don't have the. I'm underneath, so I know the lights are not as bright. But I
do like the numbers on the turrets. That
Isn't
is
that
cool.
the same-
That is very.
Isn't that the same font
warshippy.
though? Isn't that the same font you get on the Navy ships? I swear, the Australian Navy
absolutely,
ones I've seen
100%.
is identical. But
Yeah.
Really,
I like it.
I
though.
really
That's
wanted.
cool.
I really wanted to get out in game and get some people to fire the turret with me, but I just, again, so many people having trouble getting in, and you just saw there it took me what 90 minutes to get back in, because of that little bug.
Insane.
Yeah, I don't even want to take the ship out of the hangar now in case I can't get it back in after what happened last time.
Yeah. No. God.
But have you seen in here yet or not?
I mean, I've watched the leaked video, I think, of it, but that's probably it.
Okay, well, this is the coolest feature. I'll show you the coolest feature. You ready?
Oh, the basketball court? I mean, I did watch the CIG video.
That's the coolest thing. I wonder how funny that's going to be when you have cargo in here, though, and it projects it on the cargo boxes. But yeah,
That would actually be pretty funny.
Hmm.
See, well, they removed the pool table from the Polaris. We don't even have any recreational things in the Polaris. But the Perseus gets a basketball court? Like, man, Polaris owners got robbed, man.
Yeah.
It's not a Polaris anymore.
Yep. Totally. Yeah, the turret's actually got this really cool sound when it rotates too. Just give me a second, I'll get in. It's got this real clickety clack old school. Here, look, I'll just do it when I turn it on. You'll see. Where is it? It was.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Can you hear that?
This is what. Howdy, y'all.
Hang on, Grim.
I'll step back in.
2 seconds, Grim. Can you hear it? Jason?
Oh, interesting.
Just this really cool mechanical.
Yeah, that's a really cool sound.
Yeah, mechanical. Like, how you doing, Grim?
I'm doing all right. How are y'all doing?
Doing good, sir. How you doing?
Just waited 90 minutes
Yeah,
to get
good.
back in the game because of a bug.
Ooh.
Had to redo a character reset and all that, but yeah, we're back in.
Oh, yeah.
Why won't it?
Anything I should avoid, or was it completely random?
I went to fly into the hangar and it basically just stored my ship and then tried to reposition my car and it wouldn't load and restarted the game and it basically just chucked a tanny. I don't know why, but I can't fire the guns for some reason. I was able to fire them in here before. Something's changed. Fix it.
I was surprised at how much ammo the size 8s had.
Yeah, 885, and I've already fired on this already, so it's still a hell of a lot.
Hell of a lot, yeah.
Lemming was saying before, the website's actually crashed. Like, there's so many people trying to get into the game and onto the website. Like, there hasn't been a website crash, I think, in a decade. It's been a really long time since I've seen a website crash.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to be fair, the last time we got a big ship was obviously the Polaris, but I haven't seen queues as high as I did today in a long time as well. It was pretty insane.
Yeah, so
that's good. I mean,
I can't imagine what it's going to be like. I can't imagine what it's going to be like tomorrow. I just can't, like, when all the normies turn up, so to speak. Yeah, so one of the weird things though, with this Drazen is there is only there's 7 crew, but there's only 6 escape pods. There's one here, one
the captain
here.
goes down with the ship.
Yeah, I found
It's like
that,
the Titanic.
I found that really weird. I thought they'd just make 8 escape pods and have 1 spare, but nope. Wait, oh no, they do have 8. Look, 1, 2. There is 8. It's not 6. It's 8. Because there's 2 there in the front, and then there's 2 here in the back, and then there's 4 upstairs. There is 8. I was wrong. Look, there's 3 and
only
4.
7 crew.
No, there's 8 and only 7. Yeah, that's right. So if I now go up. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is 8. Look, and they are numbered. So okay. Cat doesn't go down the ship. Even the corgi can get in and get out. You guys know what a corgi is?
Man.
Oh, dog.
Fucking love corgis. They're gorgeous.
Or a beagle if you've watched Enterprise.
Yeah, fuck beagles.
You fuck a beagle? The more you learn about a person, the less you want to know.
What I think they're good for. God, it's so beautiful. Like the design of the ship is, it has a lot of flaws. I mean, you know my view of ships. Like,
well, the gun
could be
wasn't
better,
working. It was in nav mode. So yeah. But I don't know. What would you want to show essay? Not essay. Sorry, Drazen on this essay.
Oh God. I would say the crew quarters.
The crew quarters. All right, let's go have a look at that.
Yeah, the mess hall and the crew quarters. I think they're definitely lacking, but it's the evolution that they want to go for with the. I would say they're the next generation of the anvil ones. Yeah, no. If we're talking about the outside of the ship, though, I just would say I'm really stunned by the geometry. I think you and I in the artwork were concerned about the greebling, like it being too busy, and it is busy. But with the sheen on the way the light hits it, it definitely has a more armored look to it than I expected.
All right. Quick question: how do I get off on a certain floor? How do I? Nope.
I actually think the engines and the fins look better than the Polaris as well, by the way.
Nope. Game hates me. I don't know why I can't get off of that floor, but we'll just take the elevator.
It definitely hates you.
Yep. Must be related to essay. Right. What do you want first, crew or mess?
Do the mess hall.
Mess.
Like, I don't like the design, but like it actually fits the ship. It's way too angular for RSI that we know. It's not like in the line with the Constellation or the older ships, but I feel like it definitely fits the general.
Real quick question, Drazen. How do you feel about plants on a ship, Drazen?
Plants? I mean, the Polaris has plants. I thought it was a neat little touch, you know, make it a little more homey.
Well, SA's never going to talk to you again.
Fucking Air Force.
Yeah.
Fucking Air Force.
I mean, remember, it's a military ship that's meant for civilians now, so it's like...
Yeah,
you know.
no. Nobody needs a fucking plant on a ship. Come on, man.
Right. Why does it have a king?
No, it's the one thing that he brought it up because he knows it bothers me.
You know me so well. Right. Oh, dear. Right.
I mean, this one is better. It's not like some gigantic freaking.
Well, the Carrack one's a hexagon. The pool table. The Carrack one is a hexagon. I always found that really weird.
No, this pool table's amazing, and the seating, like the mess hall table is fine.
The sticks are on the wall too, which is cool for the pool table.
What? Who's
Do we have Grim?
Yeah,
Grim, are you here?
Yeah, he's
I'm
back.
here. Yeah, sorry, I slipped back in stealth like. Yeah, on the wall there, the pool table cue sticks are.
Look, they're even out of alignment. Perfect.
Yeah,
I love the seating on the wall too, like the bench seating. That is very bar-esque. Like anybody that's been to a bar, like a pool hall, you know that little bench to the left of where X is looking, like it's.
What bench?
I mean,
it's the right. You mean
behind you? But we have a delay, man, because you're in Australia.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say,
you mean
like,
this bench though? Is this the? Is this
Well,
the,
in my screen, you're looking at the pool cues.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, so yeah. We'll go in Discord and look at my screen. You'll get a live one.
Oh, okay. Discord.
You dumbass. I thought you already knew this. Anyway.
Yeah, that bench right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like it has a very like pool hall, bowling hall feel to it. I like it.
Yeah. One thing I wish they did have on these military ships, although I know it would be expensive because you're live previewing via a screen, but it would be cool if some of these rooms, like the mess hall, had like like a big, like I think like a big screen TV like mounted on the wall instead of a plant, like a big screen TV that had like a live camera view outside the ship from a certain angle or something.
That would be cool.
Just something.
They do it on the airplanes now. Did you know that? When you go when we went to CizzleCon last year, they have like multiple cameras on the airplane, and at any time you can like look at it on the little TV thing on the back of your seat. It was really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, and the reality would be like if this was a military vessel for Frontline, you would have just like UE network playing on it.
Right. Yeah.
I wish this little like alcove that you're sitting in right now, I wish it had like a table in front of it.
Well, wouldn't it be really cool if it was like the Connie and the table coming out of her floor?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need to come out of anything. It'd just be a table. It's a freaking static location. So,
well, the Connie's one was meant to do that. That was like meant to go down and come up and stuff. But yeah.
But like a little place you could sit, have a few drinks with friends. Maybe the TV's right in front of where you're sitting because look at the wall on the other side.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Yep. Well, see, this is probably the best.
I mean, the whole thing with the RSI logo is really big on the wall. Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody on the ship knows it's RSI, so I don't get that. That should be where the TV is.
Wait, they get a pool table and the Polaris doesn't get a pool table? I've been robbed. As a Polaris owner, I'm offended.
I have a Carrack. I'm good.
What
they get a pool table?
What's this for, guys?
And
no appropriate item. What do you reckon goes there?
I don't know. At first, I thought they were shutters that you could open and it would be like a window, but yeah, I don't know what goes there actually.
I mean, they're not on the other side, so why would they be?
Well, I don't think they open because
maybe a pool ball. I don't know.
Closed. Yeah, maybe it's a pool cue or something.
So this has the same angular issue that I have with the Carrack, which I specify, which is there's so much dead space with these large angles. I wish they would get the design language the same because this is the same language as the Carrack.
Apparently in the future you don't need space bars. Or enter keys. Or escape. Oh no, there's an escape key. That's the one thing I can't overlook. There's no space bar. Maybe one of these are the space key. I don't know.
If you want a space bar, you have to go to the mess hall. That's where the bar is.
My hot club, buddy.
Yeah. And look, I want to see an RSI vacuum cleaner now, Grim. Look.
Yeah.
It's perfect for a little Grim vacuum cleaner.
The best part about that is like out of all the design choices they make, it's like a random. I mean, Grim, you speak to this. This bothers me to no end of these spaceships. Like the random cables, like strewn across the floor between one thing and another thing. It's like, no. It's like
yeah. Some of that is a little sloppy, especially on like the ships that are like super tight and like high tech and stuff.
The Constellation bothers me the most because it's just like random cables everywhere. You're like, that's not a thing. Like, distance matters.
This is one of the new life support components going in, and you've actually got air filters that you got to swap out, like carbon air filters and stuff. So that's going to be really interesting to see when engineering comes in. That wasn't active in the last technical test, but it's clearly coming, and you were able to put all these in and out where they're a replaceable filter thing, weren't they?
I know you can damage them.
Yes.
I know you can shoot them and damage them, and I think when they're damaged, you can pop them out.
All right, at least somebody with like
the one thing
with like major lung damage from dust and other chemicals. I'm very happy they have like filters and life support. It's like maybe the virtual me will live longer than I will live.
The one thing I don't see that I thought there would be on the ship, because I've seen it on smaller ships, is a gravity drive, but am I just missing it, or is it just me? Because that says avionics and this says avionics. I find that a little weird. But that's probably for all the blades for the turrets and stuff. Yeah.
So I would look for a gravity drive in the center mass of the ship. So just because that's usually where it is. And I don't mean like front to rear. I just mean like it's usually in line of the center of the ship.
Yeah, but in smaller ships, we've seen it just anywhere, and it's generally only the capitals that have it in different places. But I guess I could have a look. But what I'm trying to say is I don't think there actually is one.
I agree.
Because
I would love to see them incorporate like gravity plating versus gravity drive.
Like
that would be interesting
on a military ship. That'd be kind of cool with the like how the expanse and that is.
Yeah, just like you have to have a certain uniform on to be able to operate. It'd be cool. I'm not saying they're going to do it. Just
Grim, what was your take on this?
I thought it was cool. You know what I thought was neat about it was less that it was a basketball court and just that it was kind of an interesting way of using that like projection tech that they're using in the engine. And what I thought was really slick is that it's an actual projection, because when you have the basketball court on and you lower the bottom cargo lift there, the projection warps around as the lift is lowering, which is kind of cool. So I just so primarily I think about like, what are some other like interesting ways they could use that tech. One of the ways I was thinking was, man, it'd be cool if when you were on approach, if you would be able to possibly even like project, like your landing areas onto the surface of a planet when you're coming in, so it shows the scale of your ship 1-to-1.
Oh, dude!
So that you could sort of pinpoint the type of terrain pattern you should be looking for when landing. Something like, I haven't well thought out here, but you get what I'm saying.
So I mean, Grim, you realize that's a real thing with aircraft?
I've heard some things about that. Yeah, I didn't know how it totally works with aircraft.
Yeah, like you can actually, like modern aircraft, upgraded aircraft, at least military and civilian. I've seen it once with civilian. I've seen it many times in military. They have like they call it laser projector, but it like gives you the ability to identify what you're landing on, the terrain you're landing on. So it'll cycle, and it like if it's a hilltop, you can tell by like how it cycles up, and they train you on this. I'm like, oh no, I can't land here. Like in dark, like you've never. Okay. So you have night vision on, but like it'll like light it up and be like, no, not level, not level, not level, right there. And with planes, they do that at night. Period. Like commercial planes even have that. Like not night vision, but it's just lights. So like you have your lights on the ground, and you have your projected lights, and like if they don't match up, you're not coming at the right angle. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them doing something with that. You know what I mean? Just especially planetary surfaces that just have a lot of rocky and uneven terrain. It'd be nice to have at least an idea of what your footprint is going to be on that planetary surface. But again, with that projection, I think there's a lot of.
You have to.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think with that tech though, there's opportunity there. There's definitely some opportunity for them to do some cool stuff. So it's interesting to see them use it in a creative way.
This new landing
I mean, they have been using it.
Oh my god!
They have been using it for the ramps to mark out where the ramps go.
Yes, which I really thought was like. Yeah, that was next level. Like the ramp usage is next level.
Yeah.
But that landing gear is the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's nice.
What's the first functional landing gear? The angles are wrong, because if you look at it, the landing gear should be sliding, but I don't think it's. I'm not complaining.
It's good, but I don't think it's the best. I think it's pretty much in line with what I've seen before.
No, the bounce on it, like like you can tell they have the weight distributed through the craft. So land down, like hard, go up and land down.
Yeah, but if I go from,
the front's gonna kip.
It kind of does slam. Anyway,
it does, and the front kips. The front goes down further than the back, which shouldn't be the way it goes. It should be the back. It could be the weight distribution, but like it's still pretty impressive.
On sexy ship.
Good luck on your travels. As you leave
God, it's way.
Very nice, though.
I can't believe they nailed this. Like, I was like, I don't want a Perseus. Perseus is the dumbest ship that I've seen in like the frontline ships. I want a Polaris. And like I look at this, I'm like, yeah. I started with an Idris, got rid of that. Then I went to a Polaris, got rid of that. And now I'm like, the Perseus is my ship.
I'll say it now because they keep raising that bar. That means that's a bar you have to keep up with, right? So it's like the ship's coming after. They've got to keep up with it and sort of hit those marks. I mean, I have no doubt they will.
I just go back to Edison though. You know, he learned 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb before he knew how to make a light bulb. You've got it. They had to learn how to make a ship like this, and every other ship before this was a stepping stone to this one.
Look at those lights. Look at the traffic lights. Like, I want to know when you get to space, do they still function? Because traffic lights are very much a low-level thing that get turned off.
What traffic lights?
The red lights that are flashing on the side, and keep like the really fast lights that are flashing. They're so that you can identify how far away you are in like darkness. Can you turn them off? Or are they always on?
No, they were always on the Polaris and the Paladin.
Well, we're on a different ship.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I had a look before. I'm gonna look again. See, nothing. Really wanted to get a couple extra people in and go do some missions, but no one else seems to be able to get on Grim. Well.
Yeah, I'm actually working right now while I'm watching you. Otherwise, I definitely would. I got that trip coming up, so
Overlord and the underling.
Trying to get a bunch of stuff done before we depart.
Got that line of sight on the. I can't believe how good the line of sight in the ship is.
Yeah.
So what I should probably do, just what I'm thinking of it, is
like this line of sight is actually better than the Javelin, the Idris, like any larger ship. It's way better.
Yeah, in terms of just like not even talking like smart functional line of sight, just cool factor. Obviously this is probably the new king of like cool bridge views. It'll probably have a run for its money with the Kraken just because you're looking out over an active flight deck, but this is pretty badass that you're looking out over the deck of the ship and you get this massive gun, and when you can see it actively firing, moving and tracking and all that kind of stuff, it is definitely a sight to behold.
I would say this has a worse view than the Kraken when it comes down to combat. Because, you're just going to have so much light in front of you and, like, having to line up the nose. Like,
True, yeah.
It's going to take a really good pilot. But that being said, like, we talked about this with the yaw and pitch X when you were doing it. Like, it's really way too fast. Like, it needs to be dialed down.
I reckon they tested it and found that they had to just go faster. I don't know. We'll see.
I think they do this with every new ship, though. They make it way too maneuverable, and then...
Oh, there you go. It did come down when I got in.
Told you.
Was there an update to the loaner matrix? What?
Yeah, its field of fire is not very good, by the way. Go down. Push it down. Yeah, that's not very good. Oh, wow, that's way deeper on the big guns, but yeah. So you're missing about 30-degree arc. Yeah, not great. More than I thought it would be, but yeah. Fire the machine guns. Same angle. I want to see how deep they can go. Yeah, they're anti-fighter weapons, but yeah, they have a horrible arc. It's going to be dependent on the pilot.
I honestly think
God,
the
they
speed of them is just so these turrets can shoot planes. Because you wouldn't be able to keep up with planes otherwise.
No, the Gatlings are totally anti-fighter. They're the same turrets that are on the Javelin, just this size down.
I really want to see what these guns do to, like, just any ship, like an Aurora.
Oh, if you hit a
Thanks
ship,
for coming.
they're
Yeah,
done.
like, see ya, Aurora, bye-bye. You know, like,
I would guarantee you 3 hits on a constellation, they're done.
It'll be interesting.
Hit an Aurora once, it's gone. Yeah. God, it's way too pretty. You're on that deck, by the way.
All right.
Oh, that's right. You're in the bottom turret. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the torpedo loading mechanism. Go downstairs and load torpedoes.
In a minute. I want to do this first.
Do you, man?
See, this one doesn't raise up. It's just the bottom one. Yeah, this one doesn't raise.
Well, it does that. Like, I wish it just flipped you upside down. That was a mistake with the Constellation, I thought. RSI should have a unique turret that should just flip you upside down as soon as you got into it. You get in backwards and it flips you. Because you're in space. Like, why would it matter? Yeah, way too nimble. This turret is way too nimble.
Doesn't appear to have any custom ammo yet either, too.
I wouldn't expect that right away.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I know some people on top of that were hoping for those, you know, in the Q&A, it kind of says that by default, the remote turrets will come with remote blades. But obviously that's not the case. I think they've countered that obviously with PDCs, but
Go downstairs and load the turrets. Or there's torpedoes, excuse me.
I don't have a thing to do that.
You don't need anything to do it. It'll cycle them themselves.
What the hell? So the camera's right in the...
yeah, there's a little camera mount right on the front of the turret. Yeah.
These torpedoes are really fast, by the way. They fire way too fast.
Did you happen to catch too in the behind the ships that they said that new PDC that's on the MDC sounds like it'll be able to be put on ships as well?
Yes.
Which I thought was kind of interesting. I'm pretty interested to see that.
I think it's the same one on this ship, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, it might be. I thought this ship had 4 PDCs. I didn't realize it had 6 until I was inspecting it today.
So I've got a quick question for you. If these can all be loaded up with torpedoes, and then these are the ones that get loaded up into there, how do I have to manually move them from here to here?
You do. So the way torpedoes work in a submarine is
so this is just a storage.
You have a general magazine. Your general magazine is the thing that you actually holds your spare ones.
That's the one we just fired.
It is. If you go upstairs and fire one, it'll show you it rotating it, putting it into the tube and firing it.
Well, I was spent another 5,000 or whatever it cost me to fire another one. Fired one already. But,
yeah, dude, you're not freaking taking over the universe. You'll be fine.
No, but it costs me moolah, money. What do you think that goes on trees?
It definitely won't.
It does. I gotta rebuy the torpedoes.
Yeah, because you're totally going to go out and conquer something with this ship.
Yes, I am.
I believe in you.
I am a hero. Leave me alone.
I am interested in seeing 2 things. I'm interested, and I know there's groups out there that like to go do this in a really analytical way, but I'm interested in seeing a video showing, maybe 2 or 3 Perseus against an Idris and see how the balance is, and then obviously a video of Perseus versus Perseus. I remember when the Polaris came out, some people did some videos like that, and it was pretty fascinating.
I would really like to see a Perseus versus Perseus.
Based on the speed of this right now, I would say it could take out an Idris pretty easily.
Well, they had 3 versus a Polaris and it smashed it. I'd be, size 8s is probably one of the biggest guns we've got on a smaller ship at the moment, let's be honest. So
yeah, the guns and the torpedoes, they just have way too much power and it's way too quick. It'll get nerfed, but yeah, it's just way too quick right now.
All right. I am rapidly starting to crash, I can tell.
Do it, man. I gotta go too.
So
I'll crash myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Gents, have a good night.
Food.
Yeah,
gentlemen, thank you.
Yeah.
Star Jump, Drazen, thank you. X, go F yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good seeing you, Grim.
Yeah, you too, guys. Talk to you later.
Hey, boys.
Yeah, peace.
All right, well, I'll start to wrap up here. I got to fly back down to Lawville.
Yeah, no worries. I'll hang out with you till you land.
And then we'll call it then.
Look how good that view is, though, for a large ship.
Really nailed the struts.
It's nose heavy, but it's just like you can line up that top turret so easily as a pilot.
Yep, and it also kind of guess it automatically helps with the bottom one too, because it's just on the bottom. Where the hell is Lawville? It was right below me.
It should be.
That's what I thought, but I've lost it.
Should be that one right there in front of you. What? Why is it ON?
I don't know.
It's gonna make you jump out and jump in.
Maybe. No, it's not. Where is it? There it is. I'm really interested to see the skins for this tomorrow as well. The one that they had in the trailer was actually the one I had my eye on. I thought it was going to be my favorite.
It looks so good. Like you and I were like so questionable about this ship like just a couple days ago, and like now I'm just like I can't believe they nailed it.
Yeah, I think a lot of us were that way.
Oh, do you notice they kept the Grebo lines in the cockpit? If you look at the glass has the lines in it, but they're transparent.
Glass has the lines?
Yeah, from the folds of the glass.
Oh, you mean
so right in front of you, and then to the left and the right. Yeah. I think they filled out the RSI aesthetic. I think the Constellation is going to get this.
Let's do that.
It just doesn't line up with like the curved nature of their metal structure, but you know, it's a different generation. Who knows what they're going to do?
An engine sound. Holy shit, that sounds good.
Do you know how you land like a pro? Turn off your engines.
Well, I'm worried I'm going to crash after last time. Is that...
Good turn.
Thanks, Dad. It knows if I can land. Well, it's not sucking me into my hangar, so...
Touchdown. Welcome to Lawville. Landing complete.
Nice, nice.
Not exactly a quick ship to get out of if you kind of...
I mean, it is pretty big.
Yeah.
All right, everybody watching, thank you for watching. I'm going to go get my dogs to stop barking at the local rabbit. And yeah.
I will not be too far
This
behind.
was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I know, man. I can't believe you're even up. I don't think we've ever been up at this time.
No. Late.
All right.
All right, you take care, and I will probably see you tomorrow.
Love you and leave you.
Likewise. Okay, bro. Right. Start to wrap this up. But yeah, tomorrow I'm looking at streaming again. We'll also have the first day of AIE. We'll be going over all the stuff that's RSI, so the salvation and this, and I'm hoping to also get buyer's guides out tomorrow as well. Don't know if it'll be for both, or I'll maybe spread one out onto Origin Day. So kind of let me know there which one you'd rather see if you're in the comments. So Perseus or Salvation. I'm thinking Perseus is just going to be the one because clearly the draw card. Yeah, just let me know your thoughts in the comments there. Is it right down the bottom? It is.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage.
Yeah, so hope you enjoyed the stream. Don't know what else to say there. I hope yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the queue ride. That was not that great, but yeah, it was good hanging out with those guys and just seeing what people thought. I think a lot of people are really impressed. I think you guys are too. And I'm really looking forward. I haven't been this pumped for an AIE in 5 years because I think every little ship's got some little mystery I want to see. So I'm looking forward to it. I think the Clipper's going to sell really well as well. We'll have to wait and see on that one. All right. With that then, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell to get everyone that went the extra mile on Patreon at the end of the video. With that then, I've been Execute and only Execute. All the others that were here were SA, Lemming, Drazen, and Grim. And with that, I'll see you next time, citizens. Bye-bye.